It's Good Times with Mo, Sam, and Bam on Magic 89.9.
Okay, let's give this a shot. It is 6:12. It's time. What is it? Oh, I don't like that face. I don't like that face, Mohan.
I don't know. I'm in such a bad mood. It's just so early and it's such a bad mood. Like I think the technical problems that we can predict every Monday has driven. I'm at the point of like where I just can't deal with it anymore, man. Maybe it's the day. I mean, even the Coldplay song could. Like, I don't understand how we have all this time to prep for it, and yet every Monday, just for whatever reason, like we're just the saddest station in the world. We have the best host. We have the best host in the country. I mean, we do. This group is incredible, but I cannot see how it could be that bad. You know what we are? We are like we're the Philippine national team, but we don't have the support of the government. It's what it is. It is predictable and sad, but here we are. I will try my best to get out of this mood. Even the Coldplay song could not.
I know, which I played particularly like, okay, this song.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Oh, no.
I couldn't hear it. So I just see the hearts on the chat room, and I'm like assuming Coldplay is playing. But anyway, okay. It'll give me a minute. It's so heartbreaking. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope you guys had a good weekend. There's a lot to be happy about. If we can just get over this. Obviously the story, the big one, double gold medals, for Carlos Yulo. So congratulations to him. We will talk about that, I am sure. And what's nice is it just happened as well, right? Just a few hours ago. So when Bam gets here, I'm sure that's going to be top story for him. So we could probably wait a little bit on that. Alex is here early. Alex, good morning.
Kung ganito pa lang aabutan kong sitwasyon, talaga magpapalit ako kasi hindi kayo ready. Nakaka-apekto sa mood ko.
For a live show.
Kung ganyan talaga, dapat lang pala dumating ako ng 6:45.
I agree. I think we should.
Just getting on my nerve.
It's
You only have one. Okay.
Buti na lang nakikita ko yung picture ni Sam O kahapon. Sobrang yummy.
like Lex, I've got a.
Sobrang yummy ni Sam O.
Dude, please do not
Minsan lang
say that.
minsan lang talaga ako nag-screenshot ng picture at pinadala ko sa Good Times. Sabi ko, nakanam!
There's a photo Samo posted of her in green cargo shorts, what could be heels, and yeah, you looked really good there. I mean, very fashionable, very hip, all that stuff.
Thank you.
Lex, in this love and hate relationship that you and Sam seem to have, can we say?
Yeah. It's a new chapter, Mo.
Can we say? Truly, no joking, no joke. Yes. That you have, what's your crush meter on Sam? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Don't make it weird.
Right now, hindi ako makatingin sa kanya sa Zoom.
That is
Ganun ako ka-conscious.
That's so weird.
I'm so
Stop
excited. Clicking. It's
We are sibling energy.
It's like opening of the school. Parang yung first time kung opening ng school, gusto mo makita yung classmate mong nakita mo yung picture ahead of time. Ito yung feeling na yun. Ang naku, sobra. I'm sorry sa lahat ng ginawa ko sa iyo, Sam. Let's start over.
There's a podcast episode with Sam, myself, and Alex that's about to drop here any second, and should be in the next hour or so that we did over the weekend. It was hilarious, man. Alex, you were so funny on that show, so make sure to check it out. And Sam was extra. In Alex's words, yummy.
Yung pa rin. Nung nagsimula yan, sinabi ko sa inyo, tignan nyo, may nangyayaring.
Oh gosh, don't build it up
planets
that
are
much,
aligning.
really. Oh gosh.
Yummy pa lang yung word na una kong just remember. Hindi pa ako nagpapangalawang adjective. Tinigil ko na yung pangalawang adjective, baka lumaki na yung ulo ni Sam. Oo. Di ba nakita niyo ba ako minsan ako pailam sa mga picture niya. Bino mo, pagtingin ko, ni-screenshot ko, tapos pinadala ko dun sa...
You screenshot, man. That's some stalker stuff.
Yeah, you got that yummy, that yummy, that yummy, yummy. Yeah, you got that yummy, that yummy, that yummy, yummy.
Kasi hindi ko nakilala muna who's this girl? Pagbalik ko, oh my God, si Samo parang, parang,
Yeah.
Kaya pala yung apelyido niya, ito na talaga yun.
In the eyes of Alex, Sam has been extra delish recently. Maybe even worthy of a spot on the Czech Republic top 8.
Yeah.
I think he's bringing it. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is a Monday morning. You listen to Good Times here at Magic 89.9. My name is Mo. That's Alex. That's Yummy over there in studio. 863-10899 is our phone number if you want to call us, get yourself on the show. You can also stream us live on playback.tv/Good Times, where you can interact with all the other listeners, chat with them, see us off air, see us behind the scenes, see us when we're actually talking. All of that stuff is pretty valuable. We have Bam Aquino coming in at 7 o'clock, or just a tad before 7, as he usually does, with a bunch of stuff to talk about. In the meantime, let's get a song going so we can get... I can't deal.
Sabi ng wife ko, akala ko, sa sobrang aga ko akala inom lang ako tubig.
We're on till 9. Good morning, everybody.
Found you when your heart was broke.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
It is Halsey at 6:21 on this Monday morning, the 5th of August. Is this our first show for the month? No, we did an August show already, right? Late last week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, whatever. Who doesn't? Does it really matter? Yes, we did. We got an August 1st show. Thank you very much, Alvin.
Thank you.
Yes, the House of the Dragon finale is coming up here in a few hours as well, which is probably the highlight of my night and many of you guys. I wonder if do people still kind of call in sick from work for these big TV events, or not really anymore? No.
Do you have to?
I mean, just to get in there first.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
what, people were doing this for the other one?
Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones people were doing
Really?
that. Totally. Yeah. I could see us doing that. 863-10899 is our phone number if you want to call us, get yourself on the show. Lex, Sam, myself with Bam. Now's a good time to say hello to everyone who is listening around the world, as we are close to about 350 or hitting the 330 mark here on playback. We should grab a couple hundred more actually as the day goes along. But if you want to stream us, we definitely love to have you guys there. Hi to Alvin, who's in Christchurch, New Zealand. Hello to Michelangelo in Chicago. Hi to Makati and Mako, who's in Makati. Bahrain for Weng. Malolos for El. Good day. Jordan, who's in Sydney, Australia. Rara is in Cavite. Ryan is in Melbourne, Australia. Sukat for Morgan. Toronto for Suki. Las Piñas for May. Hi to Ika, Scottsdale, Arizona. Dragonstone for Miko Loco. Thank you. Not funny. Binyan for Mike. Crystal Love is in Davao, Auckland, New Zealand for Alex. Hi to Henyong Bata, who is also in Melbourne, Australia. Alabang for Martin. Osaka for Eunice. Skyway for Jamie. Puerto Princesa for Strike. Good morning. All the way in Palawan. Irvine, California for Mesty. Hello. Bikuts for Skyrus. Marilao Bulacan for Chinito. Hi to Joyce, who is in Las Vegas. Prilly is in Paris 2024 for the Olympics. Awesome. Cal Pal is in California. Eileen is in Istanbul, Turkey. Hi to Iceman, who's also in Palawan. It's 2 Palawans for us already. Bridgeport, London for Blossom. Good morning to Jana, who is in Auckland, New Zealand. Pangasinan for Filapia. Brisbane, Australia for C. Marie. Stanford is in North Caloocan. Cooltopi is in Melbourne. Miyagi, South Carolina. USA, Southwoods for Punch, baby. Hi to Hypar, who's in Pampanga. Ortigas for Marky. Hi to Alisos, who's also in Pampanga, this time in Clark. Batangas for Joy. El Salvador for Chuas. Singapore for Sai. San Juan Capistrano, California for SoCal Pinoy. Ilocos Sur for Echo. Dallas, Texas for Jules. Calamba for Benny. Hi to HP Estrada, who's in Dagupan. Sweet. Joanne is in Croatia. Damilag is in Victoria, British Columbia. Hello to Mari in Bacolod. Countryside Pasig for Pinchahari. Sweet. Mikey's in Barcelona, Spain. Santa Ana, Manila for Jake. Palawan again. Or no, we already said hi to Palawan. Tondo for Whining Meat Wad. Fatfish is in Binyan. I miss human names.
This reminds me of like how at some point in the whole Instagram thing, I would see people and I would first think of their handles than their names.
Yes. Uy, ikaw si Sam Oyami.
I am Sam.
And
Oh,
you're
parang
like,
mga
oh my
weird.
God. Alex Calleja official.
Yeah.
Remember when that was like the dickiest thing to do? Now it's a little bit more
Meron pa the real Mohan.
real. Ay, po. The reels also suck. Dude, my God. You know what the thing is right now? And I feel bad because some of my friends are doing it. So not that I am okay with it. I'm still super against it, but maybe I'm just not as vocal because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But people who have their bio and then they say their TikTok count.
Oh,
TikTok, 150K. YouTube, 250K subscribers, or YouTube video, 5.5 million views. Like, if you do that in your bio, there's something broken inside. There is. There's something broken inside you. What's the difference between me walking around like, hi, mohon gumatay 5.5 million sa ATM ko? Like, what is really the difference?
It's pretty cringe. Sorry.
It is cringe.
Oh.
Like, in your bio, you have to put how many followers you have on other social media platforms.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
I swear to God, if you do that, I will kill you.
I mean, he won't. He won't even tell you because he's scared of hurting your feelings. But that is how he really feels.
But am I right?
Yeah, I do find it cringe. And it's almost like, my follower count on Instagram, that's not the whole story. Because I'm, in other whatever, it's like, oh God.
That's why you're broken. Like, if you have to justify why you don't have enough followers on IG, but because you're more famous somewhere else, you are broken inside. Here.
Some real
Chef.
Talk at 6:26. Okay.
Chef. Erd. Maki says, hi from Wimbledon. Great Britain. Alex is editing his bio right now as we speak. As I continue. ILB said,
Alagin ako doon, human being.
Boy, Sarnia, Canada. Hi to Mike, who's in Atlanta. OC, California for Mellow Man. Thank you. Raima is in Melbourne, Australia. More Melbourne, more Australians. Very nice to be here. Thanks, guys. MMJ is in Mexico, Pampanga. Hi to Waves, who's Sydney, Australia. Patrick, also Sydney, Australia. Sage is in Bikutan. BG's for Enzo. Makati for Coco. Where else? Lancaster, California for Bluja. Taguig. Hello, Singapore. La for Junie. Marikina for Giddy Up. XG is in Utah on the way to Wyoming, USA. Wakaru is in Portland, USA. Chapsu is in New York, Cubao, not USA. London, England for Rain. Anton, welcome back to Kalayaan Avenue, Yummy City. Represent. Yanni's in Vienna, Austria. Hello. Lucille's in London. Great Britain, Tennessee for Chifu. Dallas, Texas, we said that already. Cabanatuan for Cats and Pepper. Pampanga for Chantel. British Columbia for Eve. And Summerlin, Nevada for Vegas, Pinoy. Oakland, California for Miss Mata. Thank you very much for being here as well. Okay. Sounds good. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. No, that was a lot. That was a lot.
All right.
Dumating pala ako alas 6 dito. Makapakinabangan nyo pa yun ako mga 6:30. Ngayon ko na na-appreciate yung binabati yung mga lugar.
Oh, is this your first time to hear it, Alex?
Hindi, first time ko. Pero dati sabi ko, tagal nito magbatian. Ngayon, I need time.
Oh.
Well, we started really late because of the tech issues here. But congratulations again to Carlos Yulo of...
nagpalabas na ako ng template. Nagpalabas na ako ng template sa mga gustong gumamit. So, yung template is parang maliit na picture ni Carlos Yulo tapos malaking picture ng bumabate.
I know. This was kind of, in fact, I was trying to save this statement for when Bam gets here. I'm going to be like, Bam, speaking of people I want to kill, if you put on your bio how many followers you have, I was going to be like, Bam, I swear to God, if you post a photo of you and Carlos Yulo and your photo is just as big, I will stab you.
Eh, baga bigger pa.
The politicians, my God, are they jumping all over this?
Gusto bang combi? Parang DJ Mo Twister, 2.2 million followers. Congratulations.
God, it is unbelievable. Yes, Bongo did it already. I believe, was it Aimee Marcos who did it as well? I mean, it's just kind of...
Puntahan nyo sa FB ko, naglagay na ako ng template doon. Hindi nyo na lang pwede kayo mahirapan.
It is unbelievable.
Pero yung pagkapanalo ni Carlos Yulo, para akong poser kasi hindi ko maintindihan yung kung ano talaga yung points niya. Kasi para pag umatras siya, oh my God, talo ata siya doon. Di ba pagbagsak niya, ang nasa isa mo dahil pagbagsak niya walang galawan. Pag ano niya, para pag umatras siya, shit, sabi ko Ang bobo ko sa sports na yun. Ang bobo ko sa sports na yun, promise.
Radio.
Ay, hindi ba pwede?
No, you can't say shit.
Eh, ba 6:30 pa naman. May mga
Yeah,
mga
the
ruling
earlier the
naman.
worse. The earlier the worse.
Sorry. Kasi, hindi ko talaga, umamin tayo. Yung, hindi ko alam kung ano pag matitignan dito na ba judges sa ere. Ako kung ako judge nun, palakpak lang ako ng palakpak.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, listen, we're happy he won, but I wouldn't know the difference in routine between him and the silver medal and the bronze medal. And the one who came in.
Alam kasi ko, paano kaya siya nanalo doon? Tapos naiintindihan ako, may nagtutwist ng tuhod, asay ko. Pero basta, ang concern ko yung landing eh.
Kasi parang he would take a step back pa rin. He would jump back.
Kala ko, allowed pala yun kasi nag-step back din siya na isang beses. Sabi ko, pwede pa pala yun.
Yeah, I think you can. You just can't. You can like step back or you can bounce back, but you can't like take a few steps or something like that. But again, we're all poser fans of swimming, track, gymnastics. I mean, you name all the sports. This is the only time we care. Let me ask you, Lex, outside of gymnastics, what are the other sports that you're watching pretty intently that you would never watch if it were not the Olympics? Swimming?
Swimming, kasi swimming okay pa dahil alam mo pag nauna panalo eh. Makikita mo yung visual eh.
Yeah.
Darts.
You're not watching diba? Isn't that a thing?
Darts
yeah, archery. I'm not watching archery. I know the big story globally is this Turkish guy who with the shooting and him versus all the other ones. I think the South Koreans are kind of major players in this game, where they've got all the gadgets and stuff like that. This guy's all over the place. There's the guy in pole vault who hit the pole vault pole with his dick. And
kaya siya natalo dahil sa edits niya.
Yeah. I mean, it's all over the internet. This guy, I think he was French. He was going for the pole vault. He pole vaulted over the thing, and then his dick hit the pole. It's like
how did he land?
It didn't matter. The pole was removed because his penis locked onto it.
No.
He cleared the pole.
He cleared.
No.
He cleared the pole. And then
ginanon niya yung
his penis was so big that it hooked on to the balls first, right? The balls kind of like dislodged it, and on its way down, the wang grabbed it and pulled it.
It's not true.
Meron nga video, in-slow mo pa nga eh. Sasabihin tayo, tapos sa ako sinabi ko lang yung word na edits. Talaga pinapakita nila.
But Sam, the way it kind of wrapped around it, like, you ever see those toys where you hit it, or like one of those things where you hit it around your and it wraps?
Right, yeah.
Constrictor. So that's kind of like what he did. It was like he went over the thing and then his dick grabbed.
Parang galit sa kanya edits niya. Parang galit sa kanya edits.
Please don't say that word, Alex.
Hindi, parang galit sa kanya na napabayaan niya siguro. Tapos siguro habang nag-apply siya ng pole vaulting, hindi niya naasikaso yun. Yung ano niya. Yeah. Sabi niya, di mo ko nasikaso, nineglect mo ako kung bahala sa'yo pag sa competition. Talagang may sariling buhay. Parang ganoon talaga.
It was like Indiana Jones, kind of like a temple run, like where you throw the rope on like a branch and then it kind of swings you over. It's like the wang went over the thing to pull it down.
Okay, you know what? You're so exag sometimes, but the way you're describing it, it's almost like that was more impressive than whatever he was supposed to do on the vault.
We are exaggerating, but it was way more impressive than what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Please.
In fact, I would rather have done that than win a gold medal because I would be forgotten as a gold medalist. Like,
yes.
Ako pa si Mo, manalo ko ng gold medal ng 2024 Paris Olympics.
We got visuals.
No, you're the dick guy.
Yeah, tinan mo mabuti, Sam.
You guys are so exag. So
one more time. No, we're not. Slow it down a little bit.
Oh my god. You're so...
hold on.
You guys are what whip around action are you talking about?
Look.
Ayan.
Caught it.
Edit siya eh.
Caught it. Sam, look at his face. Look at his face. He's happy. Look, just cleared it. This is a gold medal. And then Dick's like, wait a minute. Hold my beer. Dick grabs the pole and he loses in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, France.
Oh.
Yeah.
In front of the home crowd.
Kung alam ba, nagre-recommend ako manood kay Maharaja at itong eksena na to, unahin nyo itong eksena na to.
Yeah. That Dick is bigger than Carlos Yulo himself.
He's very petite.
Oo, hindi.
Carlos Yulo's 4'11". That was 5'3".
Laki na katawan ni Carlos Yulo.
Okay.
Ang cute talaga ni Carlos Yulo, promise.
His girlfriend's
medyo taller ata.
Yeah.
May controversial sa family. Kaya
a little
drama. Nakakasira eh. Ang binibigyan pa ng media coverage yung nanay na nagsasalita na hindi ko alam.
Yeah. But again, back to
sabi nung sa playback, I need to explain to my 4th grade what ethics is. Sorry.
in 4th grade, they know what are you talking about.
Sorry. Pero grabe. Maraming mga nakakatawa sa nung pag-nanood ka sa Olympics.
Oh, it's amazing.
Wow, saya.
Today, I was so hyper today for the swimming, the 50-meter freestyle for women's 50-meter freestyle. I was losing my mind, and I don't care about this sport. But just, the Olympics does something. I'm really super excited about it. And God, yeah, congratulations to Carlos Yulo for that.
Going back to sa barel, yung naka-t-shirt lang yun, Sam. Yung kalaban niya para mga Terminator, may mga salamin na may ganito dito, may kung ano-anong may mga ganung kalaki headset. Siya naka-t-shirt lang, nakalagay Turkey yung Turkey eh.
Tapos yung kamay pa niya nasa loob ng maong.
Nakaganon pa, nakaganon lang, nakabulsa, nakaganon, tapos may maliit na 2 earphones. Parang hindi ata alam sa bahay nila na sasali siya sa Olympics. Hindi ata siya na. Nagpaalam ata sa asawa niya na bilhin ako sa grocery.
Which sport is this?
Shooting.
Oh.
Did you see your peoples, dude? They're over there. I don't know if they were Korean, Japanese, Chinese. I mean, you guys all look alike, but there was a group there that were so like Alex said, Terminators, and then all of a sudden, this just guy comes around a church, like
no. Oh,
look at all
kalaban niya.
Look at all this. That's not even that impressive, Serbia. You should see what the Koreans look like.
Oo. Yung Serbia nga, parang siyang kontrabida nung
they're cyborg. They look like X-Men.
And then
there's this Lolo who comes in and crush. It's awesome. I love how, Sam, you are so ignorant to all of this. This has been all over the internet.
I had a very busy weekend.
I understand.
Another Korean.
You posted online. You would have seen this. It's dominating.
Okay lang, Sam.
It's not in my algorithm.
Huwag natin okay lang yan, Sam.
It's not in your algorithm. The guy whose dick wraps around the pole,
it's not.
Pulls it down, was not in your algorithm.
Nope.
Well, we need to fix it. Put your phone next to your earphones. I got to talk to it a little bit.
Is that allowed on the air? That word?
Probably not.
Yung alin? Dapat nagproblema problema ng Olympics yan. Ba't di sila nagpapaayos ng suot ng tao? Di ba doon pa lang, wala siguro nagsalita kaya siguro yan, kaka-arte nyo na, paano yan, labas yung, yan mo, di naman siguro makaka-apekto yan. Nung nakita nila, naka-apekto, patay tayo. Kasi sa ka-artean yun, hindi naman masabi. Siguro hindi naman masabi, excuse me, never mind, yun, naka-apekto sa tao. Kung may nagsabi lang na, hey dude, your ethics, man, it's gonna affect your performance.
You gotta put it away.
That's enough.
Okay. Sam, what did you do?
Okay.
What did you do over the weekend, Sam?
Well, our Opa Chichang was here. He had a fan meeting. This is courtesy of Bench, of course. And he's just the nicest. I mean, they're all very, very nice, but he's extra nice.
Yeah.
And
siyempre sa forma mo siguro.
Very good looking, of course. Super generous with the fans. They love
Sam,
it.
I think you're better looking now than when you did your FHM spread.
Thank you.
Parang nga.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think you're better looking now than 3 days ago.
I think you're better looking now than Friday.
Pero nung Saturday, naka-medal ka. Ayun na talaga nagpahiwatig nagbukas ng universe ng winning natin.
Kapalong, may kapalong ano. What's it called? What is it? Like a lay or whatever?
Oo. Nako,
Sam is aging like a fine bagoong. I mean, as you ferment. I mean, it's just, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Guys.
We'll take a break.
Yeah.
Yummy, gorgeous, and delicious.
I can't.
Yummy, gorgeous, and delicious.
Break.
Oh my.
Let's go to break now.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we have more of the show. You're listening to Good Times here, Magic 89.9. Back into this.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Let's play.
Living young and wild and free.
It's a fading song, Sam.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's right. It's an old one.
Alex also in his 50s, but live a little young, wild, and free. Alex as
Ako na nga eh.
reenacts.
Alam mo, may konti ang concern sa pagkapanalo ni Yulo ni Carlos Yulo ng 2 gold kasi sana magbukas pa yun na mas marami tayong gold ngayong taon. Ngayong Olympics sana may manalo pa para mataas-taas naman yung ano natin, yung target natin, yung gold. Kasi bilhin mo, no, halimbawa hindi na tayo nanalo ng gold sa mga susunod na Olympics. Tapos mag-uusap-usap tayo mga like 12 years from now. Remember the good old days when we won 2 golds? Pero para ang liit pa rin ng 2 golds, no? Para for a benchmark. Sana dumami. Sana magbukas ng mata to sa sa gobyerno natin. We don't focus doon sa mga popular na sports. We focus doon sa mga ganyan. Yung may panalo tayo. No hype.
I think we're assured a medal in boxing, if I'm not mistaken, coming up here. I'm not 100% sure what the current standing is because I don't get to watch a lot of the Philippine events because they always kind of air the U.S. events here. So I do believe we have a couple more chances to medals here. And I mean, our medal count's going up, which is
tayo ata unang naka-gold sa, hindi ko alam kung totoo yun sa Southeast Asia.
Wow.
Sa talis. First, kasi Japan is Asia, China is Asia. Wala pang, ayaw ko may Malaysia na, Singapore, di ba? O tama raw. Kailangan natin confirm. Southeast Asia, I mean.
Awesome. You know, that guy who broke that pole with his dick. Yeah, I mean, we have a segment here called Palakihan ng Idids. That is a perfect entry. Ng Palakihan ng Idids, right? I mean, it'd be like, yeah. I don't think I broke it. The pole didn't take, that's me. That's me. I mean, ang dami niyang siguro endorsement ng brief. Tito.
Hot dogs. Maganda.
But I mean, this is a
yung nagsasalita siya, my mistake was before the competition I drank Robust and that was it.
Morgan says baguette. Here's a bold statement, but I want to ask you guys at 863-10899. Let's take a couple calls here before Bam walks in the booth. Bam should be here any second. But, you know, with Carlos winning the back-to-back gold, 2 golds, which has never been done, and first male gold medalist for the country as well, as many of you guys know. And as Alex said, first...
Lagyan natin ang surname mo na Yulo kasi ayokong kahit paano maano na si Carlos Agassi na baka kahit paano yung Carlos ang kinita niya.
Kaloy, 2 gold medals. Right? He's probably the most...
Gagawa ng rap yan.
Where are we putting... Because I know we have to do this in sports. And I know this is probably foul. But I mean, every sports conversation has to have this. So forgive us. But where do we put Kaloy now on top Philippine athletes of all time? Because he's got to be there. Okay. I mean, obviously, Manny, Efren, these are your top, maybe your Paeng, you're right up there. Heidelin, right up there. Heidelin now does she take a little bit of a backseat because now he's got 2 golds, she's got 1, though we factor in the fact that she had the first one. Manny crushed in his time. But
sa akin top 1 yan.
Wow.
you think? Okay, see, I'm not angry at that. I'm not angry at Kaloy being a top 1 athlete of all time, but there might be a little bit of recency bias there.
Right.
I don't think mahirap yung dalawang ang Olympic gold is very hard. Nung si Heidelin yung nag-ano nung last 4 years ago, isa nga nagkatuwaan tayo ngayon, dalawang magkasunod, yung iisang tao. Ang hirap, ang NBA nga nagpadala ng the best para lang manalo ng isang gold sa Olympics eh.
That's true.
The best yung NBA.
But I mean, but the NBA guys can only win 1 gold. You see, so it is limited. I mean, they're going to bring the best of the world, but the best they can do is 1 gold.
Pandali, gusto ko lang basahin ito ng mentality na isang Pinoy. Basahin natin si Plu. Bigyan kita ng moment, Louie. Marami kasing event si Carlos Yulo. Hindi rin kasi isang event lang. Kahit 10 ang salihan ko ngayon sa Olympics, hindi ko siguradong mananalo ako na isa. Sumaryoso. Dami ako kasi sinalihan kaya 2 talaga yung panalo niya. What an...
863-10899. Give us a call. And there's a lot of messages coming in here on playback that I'm going to read down. But let's just quickly, again, this is a sports type of topic. I know comparing people, probably not the best thing to do, but let's just take a backseat and have a little fun with this. Where are we ranking him in the top Philippine athletes of all time? Let me read. I thought I saw one that deserved a little bit of mic time, but now I forgot it because they gave me a whole list. Okay, here we go. Morgan says, Pac-Man, Efren, Bata, Paeng, Kaloy, Heidelin. That's the big 5. That's your Mount Rushmore. Manny, Efren, Paeng, Yulo, Diaz. Man, I just cannot see how Paeng is above Yulo and Diaz. Like, I cannot. Now, I get it. He was amazing. It's bowling, though. I mean, even Efren, like, as great as he is, and really, he is GOAT. It's billiards, though. I mean, it's billiards.
So just the parang physical prowess that is involved.
You have to factor in level of difficulty. Now, I understand billiards has an incredible geometric mind to it and all of that stuff, and I get it.
Ako yung sports kasi sa akin talagang strictong sports walang involved na di ka pwedeng mag-yosi, hindi ka pwedeng dapat meron kang yung discipline from the start. Carlos Yulo yan. Yung mga baseball player, nakita nyo ba? Ngumunguya ng nicotine. So doon ako nawawala sa akin pagka medyo hindi maganda yung sports. So yung sa akin, kaya ako nagustuhan to dahil solo siya eh. Parang solo siyang tapos yung katawan niya may physique. So tapos 2 beses ka manalo. Medyo iba yung dating sa akin nun. Ang Olympics kasi ang high standard eh. Alam mo sa totoo lang, meron akong sa boxing eh. Kasi una yung boxing, may depende sa kalaban mo eh. Kung pipitsugin yung kalaban mo, pwede mong matalo talaga, di ba? May mga ganong factor eh. May ganong factor.
I agree with you. Diba? I think with boxing, Lex, it is really so business oriented that by the time you actually fight the best, you might not be at your prime. And that's the Manny Floyd type of thing where like they didn't agree until they were both kind of on their decline already to fight each other. With Kaloy, you are the best in the world going up against the best in the world. And nothing puts you in front. Like, you cannot opt out of that. In boxing, you can opt out of fighting somebody. Like, I'm going to go on a stand-up comedy competition. Sino kalaban ko? Alex, ayoko na. And then you're going to go ahead and say you're the best.
Got it.
Floyd Mayweather.
You can choose to opt out.
Yeah.
With what Yulo's doing is like you have to go up against best in the biggest stage. In a sport that we generally aren't kind of powerhouses in.
Yeah.
Let's take some calls. 863-10899. Where do we put, again, a lot of this is recency bias. A lot of this is current hype. So maybe we're overdoing Carlos Yulo, #1 Philippine athlete of all time. But really, are we? Let's go. Good morning.
Fantastic.
Guy says, can you really opt out of a boxing fight? No, you can opt out of not fighting somebody. And Manny didn't really represent his country. I know there's some Manny slander here, but do we factor in that you're representing your country, and that's kind of a big deal? Good morning.
Hello. Okay, are you doing that on purpose?
Maybe we're losing everybody. Sorry. 863-10899. Let's see here. Efren Bata pa rin for number 1, Crazy Kid Inside, and that's fine. I mean, I don't hate it. But it's billiards for me. It's like, just whatever.
This is an interesting observation. Kerensky on playback says, it's amazing that our champions are a woman in weightlifting and a man in, she says aerobics, but it's gymnastics. But, interesting.
That's a good point. Let's try again. We got a bunch of calls on hold. Here we go. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, who's this?
Mike here.
Are you on speakerphone, sir?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, the speakerphone is... Have a good day. Bye.
Hello?
863 There we go. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay. I think we have to consider that Yulo is just 24 years old. So, there's a lot of opportunities ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
So, maybe 2 or 3 shots at the Olympics after this one.
Right.
So, malaki yung chance na siya yung mag-number 1 after that.
He's number 1 right now, though. Like, what does that matter? Like, what does it matter when he's 32 years old that he is going to... Like, Dico gets. What do you mean?
Well, yun nga, parang number 1 na siya ngayon and mas mahaba pa yung time niya ahead of him.
Okay.
Like he could even top whatever, like this achievement right now.
I know, but the achievement is so grand. The current achievement is so much of a win that we don't have to wait. Look, we're not... People are not waiting for LeBron to retire to have him in the conversation with Jordan as the best of all time. Now, I don't agree he's number 1, but he's not retired and we're already talking about it. Why? Because we've seen enough. Carlos says we are only comparing him to Filipinos, and he has done something no other Filipino has done. So the context of the topic is, where can we put him right now? Not 8 years from now, in 2 Olympics from now, or 4 years. Now, if he medals again in 4 years, fantastic. Then we're solidifying maybe his place as number 1 of all time. But just for topic's sake, right now, where do we put him?
Oh,
well, easily he's number 1.
Okay, he's number 1 for you. See, that's all.
All right.
And why?
Well, because 2 goals in 24 hours.
It's more like 2 days. But yeah, no, I get it. 2 goals period, though, is...
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good day. Bye. Maki says hi to Lynn because she was first and she was female. First, maybe female. Kaloy says because it was purely hard work. Like what? The others didn't. I mean, the only thing that didn't work hard was the guy's dick who hit the pole off. And number 3, Onyok. There's no way Onyok's ahead of Manny. This is crazy talk, Maki. That's okay. No, pass. Hard pass on that comment. Morgan says Pac-Man, Efren, Nepomuceno. They put Filipinos in the global view. No, they didn't.
Hello, Sandab is here.
Bam's got a big smile on his face, as do many Pinoys around the world. Bam, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. How's everybody?
We're good. We're in the middle of a pretty heated debate here, Bam, and we need your expertise. Obviously, talk of the town, biggest story, and it's going to be the biggest story for a while here. Is Kaloy just got his 2nd gold medal.
Yes.
The second one, just hours ago. It's never been done before for us, right? So, as with any sports show, because this is a reputable sports program, we have thrown the question out already. Where do we put him in the conversation of greatest Filipino athletes of all time?
Oh, wow. Alam mo, hindi ako well-versed sa topic na to.
I know, but
mataas. Siguro mataas, di ba?
Yeah, it's got to be. Alex has him as number 1 overall.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at that. Obviously, Manny's probably going to be his biggest competitor.
Oh yeah, tama.
Idalin, Efren Bata, and Nepomuceno, right? Like that's probably our Rushmore Big Five of
Okay,
Philippine athletes.
pakiulit nga.
Probably.
Heidelin, Manny,
Manny,
Paeng, Bata,
Paeng,
and Kaloy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Efren Bata 1. So Efren is Bata is 1.
Oh, yeah,
Manny's
that's
2. Aloy, Heidelin, Nepomuceno.
Okay,
That's our big five.
okay, got it.
So Alex has got Kaloy number 1. I'm okay with that. I think Manny has to be either 2 or 1.
Oof.
Maybe Efren would be 3 or Heidelin would be 3. Efren 4. I think Nepomuceno because it's bowling and billiards. I mean, it's just like, come on, man. They're going to round out that big five. Nothing doesn't take away from their dominance. It's just we have to factor in difficulty of the sport, the stage, the competition. I mean, all of that stuff I think has to be factored in.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in. Mag-hot take ako dito. Hot take.
Let's go, brother.
I think we gotta go with Bata number 1.
Really now?
Because ilan ba yung GOAT natin? Ilan
That's
ba
a
yung
good
GOAT?
point. Yep.
Sa
Yep, we said that
billiards, Efren Bata Reyes is the GOAT. As
Like,
in, siya yung
in all
Michael
the world?
Jordan. Yeah, in history.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest of
Ever.
all.
And recognized in the world as the best ever in history. Tama ba? Tama, di ba?
Yep.
Like, no,
Tama,
You're right.
tama.
Absolutely
Ayun,
right.
okay yan. Okay yung ano mo.
So kung GOAT ka na in a particular sport, number 1 ka. Di ba?
But it's billiards,
So
bam.
what? It's billiards. So what? It's still a sport.
Like the athleticism involved, like the level of
It was
athleticism,
like
across the sports that you're
Supporter
looking
na ako
at.
ng esports, di ba? Tapos ita-challenge nyo ako sa billiards, di ba? GOAT level. GOAT level.
Okay.
And then si Heidelin has 1 gold, right? So Kaloy has 2.
Yes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
obviously
Okay.
2 over
Kaloy,
1.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Sure.
So it's
Okay.
Kaloy.
si Manny, would Manny with the Pac-Man be top 5 in boxing? He could be, right?
All time?
Pwede, yeah. Na.
All time, yes.
No.
Ah.
No?
No way.
All
no,
time?
No way.
Siyempre may Ali ka.
No way.
May Tyson
Yeah.
ka.
Yeah, no.
May Mayweather
Dude.
ka.
Mayweather, yeah, even Mayweather. I mean, we would debate that Manny is better than Mayweather. We would lose that debate. But you have to go back into history. And see, Sugar Ray. I mean, just Earl Duran. I mean, man, there's so many.
Hagler.
Top
Yeah,
10
no.
though. Top 10. Kayang top 10?
Absolutely. Top 10.
Absolutely
I could
top
see,
10.
I could see Manny top 10. I don't know if I agree just yet. I would have to kind of sit there and do the names on a list. I could see him not being in the top 10 for me, to be honest.
Mhm.
But there's no way he's top 5
Si
boxer.
Paeng Nepomuceno is the only, tama ba to? And I need to fact check this.
Perfect. Ano yung 300?
Hindi lang eh. Yung somebody was won in an international competition in 4 separate decades. If I'm not mistaken.
Tama.
Diba?
Oo.
Diba?
Oo.
Parang 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s nanalo siya.
Parang,
I'm not sure kung GOAT level na si Paeng Nepomuceno sa bowling.
I don't know. I don't know. I think you're 100% right that Bata
6-time world champion si Paeng.
Bata is the best of all
Yeah.
in this in his sport.
medyo na ano ako dun.
Okay. So
Discussion naman, pwede ka namang umagri. Hindi mo tayo dapat manindigan sa isang bagay. Pag nainig ka na, oo nga no.
Baka pwede
si
naman.
Manny,
diba?
parang si Manny pumapasok sa akin sa top 5.
Ako, in the world, in boxing.
Hindi, sa
in boxing.
pinag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Oo naman. Oo naman, definitely. I mean, most popular Filipino for like what, 10 years, 15 years, di ba?
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go. Can we have our final now, please? And then we gotta take a break. What's your final 5 order? You're going Bata 1.
Bata 1, Manny,
Okay.
nako. Paeng. Kaloy. Dude, itong Carlos Yulo guy, man. I've never met him in person, pero grabe. Okay, as in,
Thank
2
God,
golds.
Bam.
Oh my God.
By the way, Spam, if you Photoshop a photo of you and Kaloy and you post it online like all politicians, I'm going to stab you, Bam.
May post na kami. Wala akong mukha, di ba? May mukha ba ako doon? No. It was a very popular post, by the way. Kahit watermark, kahit shadow ko lang nandun, wala rin. Wala.
Dapat lang ba, ma?
Wala.
Mamaya gumano ko ba? Bam! Panalo tayo ng gold.
Siguro naman allowed ako ng graphics na may sumasabog, di ba? Pero yung mukha...
Pwede.
Ano ba yung rule dyan? Ano ba yung rule? Yung mukha ng politiko, mas maliit
mas
o wala? Dapat wala? Wala dapat. Okay. Hindi pwedeng mas maliit. Hindi pwedeng mas maliit. Not even. Not even. Kailangan ko check ha. Pakicheck nga. Ayan. Okay. May mukha ko ba dyan?
Pasok.
Okay. Meron akong maliit na BAM na logo dun sa dulo. Okay. Dahil ang pinagpupugay na, hindi, si EJ Obiena to, hindi si Carlos Yulo yan eh. Mali. Yung sample lang yun. Yung Carlos Yulo. Okay. Mali. Ayun. Okay. Official. Official.
Naku, double picture pa.
Double.
2 photos for each gold medal. I love it.
Pero nakasalamin si Carlos Yulo. Hindi, joke lang. Nilagyan ng salamin. Hindi, joke lang. Wala. Ayan, official photo. Okay.
So you're going Bata, Manny, Nepomuceno.
No, I'll go with Kaloy.
Kaloy 3.
Maybe
Heidelin or
Paeng and
Paeng.
then Heidelin.
Okay. Lex, you're going Yulo.
Yeah.
Manny.
Efren.
Oh, okay. Yulo, Efren.
Manny. Tapos si Heidelin. Tapos si
Paeng.
si Carlos Loizaga.
Uy!
You forgot about Carlos
My
Loizaga when
gosh.
basketball
The big difference.
basketball
Tama ba?
was big here.
The big difference, di ba?
Oh, di ba natin na si
Well, you might as well put Jordan Clarkson on that one then too.
si Carlos Kaloy Loizaga sikat sobra sa buong mundo sa basketball.
Yes. Pero hindi nanalo ba tayo ng medal nun o hindi?
Pero
Parang
hindi ko lang
hindi
sure
pa
pero
naman.
lumalaban tayo
he's
sa
not
Olympics.
like a champion, was he? I mean, he was okay, but no, I'm not going to argue with that. That's fine. Sam, any horses in this race, or you're out?
I think I'm leaning. What's yours? I want to hear everyone's, and then I want to lean towards one.
My problem is I am so energetic on the hype. Like I'm jumping on the hype. So Kaloy is my number 1, and I know I have to stop. I have to like really go. Wait, calm down. But here's the thing with future Senator Carlos Yulo. He is the best in the world at what he does.
Exactly.
Okay, best. And what I said earlier about boxing, you don't necessarily fight the best. You just fight whatever contract is given to you. And we didn't see Manny Floyd until later when they were kind of in their decline. And that turns me off. I get the 8 divisions, but boxing has gotten into a ridiculous part where they have so many divisions. So I think that dilutes the 8 divisions sounds sexy, but it should be diluted because there's so many divisions. I like the gold medal when we have the topic. What's the greatest award you want to receive? The gold medal is right up there in our conversation with the Nobel. We didn't say the WBF title. We said the Nobel and the gold medal. And Carlos got both of them. I'm going to go Kaloy,
Wow.
Manny, Efren. No. Kaloy, Manny, Heidelin, Efren, Nepomuceno. Because to do it in weightlifting, the level of difficulty there is greater than billiards. I love Efren's scientific mind. I love his geometrical genius. I love all of it, but it still is billiards.
So because of the sport, kaya binababa mo sila because of the sport.
Because we're talking about athletes. And I feel like billiards is not as an athletic sport as weightlifting. Like the level of difficulty of weightlifting, at least physically, is incredible. While Efren cerebrally is like probably the best of all of these people. But
alam mo pa yung isa pang isingit ko kaya ako kinanood ko yung kay Carlos Yulo eh. Dati kasi masyado tayong yung parang colonial mentality pag gumalaw, parang taga ibang bansa yung galaw ng Carlos Yulo. Yung galaw ng Carlos Yulo, Pinoy. Maliit. Pinoy talaga siya.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yung flip niya, Pinoy.
Yung galing niya talaga, pang Pinoy talaga. Yung talagang lumabas talaga yung galing natin sa Pinoy. Di ba? Ang galing natin sumayaw. Ang galing natin tumbling. Napakita na sa Pinoy yung tumbling natin na kaya natin tumambling in a form na pang Olympics. Kasi sikat tayo, mga street boys. Nagaling tumambling yan eh. Nakita ko talaga Pinoy talaga si Carlos Yulo.
No, I get it. I get it. Nung una hindi ko na-gets, ngayon nagigets ko na that's a sport na kaya nating maabot.
Oo,
Diba?
ko ito na yung Pinoy. Tumatambling talaga tayo sa mga ilog.
Oh my gosh.
Tumatalon talaga tayo ng walang, may puno talaga tayong ganun. And that's Pinoy.
Yeah.
Suntukan din, bakit?
Suntukan no. Pero ibig sabihin, ito talaga.
Yeah.
No, I mean, ito reality check. Reality check, di ba? I mean, basketball, we love it so much. Pero kaya ba natin si LeBron, si Steph Curry, si Anthony Davis, and all of those guys? Hindi. Pero any Pinoy, kahit anong height mo, in fact, biased pa nga yan sa mga mas shorter, you can practice as soon as you're like 4 years old, 5 years old, and be Carlos Yulo.
So we actually have the physical advantage.
We have the physical advantage. Yun yung sinasabi ni Alex na sa sayaw, sa galaw, di ba? Kaya natin, konting tumbling na lang, gymnastics na yun, di ba? Tama, that's what you're saying, di ba?
Nakita ko gumanon yun. Sabi ko, ay, patay kayo. Pero ito, yung ikot na gano'n, tapos tag. Patay kayo.
By the way, yung cheer niya sa dulo, medyo naiyak ako. Yung gumanon siya.
Yeah.
Medyo naiyak ako doon. Kasi I felt
Feel
it.
na
I
feel.
felt it, yeah.
I love this point. I love this point because sometimes we get ridiculed so much. Alex, myself, not you, Bam, you're 5'11", but myself, you know, I not to make it too personal. I mean, I have a recent ex-wife who made fun of my height.
Oh.
I just want to say this, okay?
Oh.
Bam's like, oh. Let me just say,
Hindi ko na okay.
the greatest Filipinos of all time have been 5'5" and below. All you PBA Gilas guys have never achieved anything with your 6'8" and your 6'4". You've done nothing for the country. Carlos Yulo is 4'11". Manny Pacquiao, I'll say he's 5'5", even though he's really 5'6". Jose Rizal was 5'3".
Oh, pati national hero, sinama mo na. Pati national heroes.
Emilio Aguinaldo was 5'5", and Heidelin was 4'11".
Is she 4'11"?
Yes,
She-
three
she's,
gold medals. 3 gold medals,
she's
4'11".
Wow.
All our gold medals are done by people who are
5
4'11".
5 feet and below.
Yes. So all of you who get so much attention for being 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", suck it. The greatest Filipinos of all time have been 5'5" and below.
The
F
greatest
you all.
Filipinos of all time. Of all time.
Jose Rizal 5'3".
He's
Jose
the
Rizal
GOAT.
was
He's
5'3".
the GOAT. He died for the country.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. The real GOAT.
This is what I'm saying.
Sige na nga.
Anyway,
Yung nakita ko talaga sa tumatakbo, oh my God, that's me.
Ah, that's me. Ako yung ganun nga. Ikaw yung takbo.
FL says, Jose Rizal, 8 division babaero.
Totoo rin yan. Totoo rin yan.
Hey,
Meron tayong let's declare National 5 foot and below day. Di ba? Parang
I
ganyan.
think deserves a recognition.
Recognition. National 5 foot and
I'm
below
so
day.
sick and tired of people bringing up my height. Alex, you must feel the same way. Where's Kay and Yael? We are all been suffering for so long.
And now you have your champion. And now you have your champion.
Nakakatakot to. Nakakatakot to ginawa natin mo. May nakikinig sa atin somewhere sa bahay na mag-asawang matangkad yung babae. Etong lalaki, inaabot niya yan. Sasabihin mo babae, di ba mga champion kayo? Abutin mo. Abutin mo yan. Sabi niya mo, di ba okay kayo? Abutin mo ngayon yan. Huwag kang patulong sa akin, ha?
Tapos kukuha ng silya.
Yan tayo. Asaran na yan. Wow! Goat! May silya!
All right, we're going to take a break. We're running late here. It is 7:12 here on this Monday morning. We have Bam in studio hanging out with us, the three of us as well, all the way till 9 o'clock. You're listening to Magic 89.9. Back into this. Don't go away.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
It's Billie Eilish. 7:16 on this Monday morning. It's 5th of August. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate it. You're listening to Good Times here at Magic 89.9 Morning Show. With the four of us, including Bam. Bam, a lot of people are trying to ask, I've been reading and kind of anticipating this question since sports is in our mind, the Olympics, and of course, huge 2 gold medals for Carlos Yulo about the need to... What is that noise in the background? Did they just turn on the air conditioner full blast?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
Well, we'll work on that. Sorry about that. There's a big background noise. Sorry, my dog ears just kicked in. the need for, now that we're kind of, hey man, gold medals are kind of a thing now for us, right? This is like back to back. Maybe we should see a little bit more support from the government towards our athletes. But before we get to maybe that quick conversation, there have been articles out there. If you are wondering, what do they get? What do our athletes get if they win? I was reading this from Philippine Star earlier this week. So, for example, Carlos Yulo will get 10 million pesos for a gold medal. Now, I don't know if he gets 20. Because he's gotten 2, right?
Should.
But yeah, Republic Act 10699 says they get cash prize. It also depends on the international sport competition that they are actually in. But again, I don't know if that's 20 million or 10 million just for the feat. There is Mega World is giving a 24 million peso valued condo in McKinley Hill.
Wow.
That's big. Of course, there's going to be a ton of endorsements. Sorry, Bam, you're saying?
So nag-clarify ata si Mega World na 1 condo per athlete, hindi 1 condo per gold medal.
Okay.
Right. So he
Kung
gets
ako sila,
one.
dalawahin ko na lang yun, di ba? Dalawahin ko na yun.
I mean, come on, it's good press for them, right?
Right.
Or
So
higher value.
So here we go. Gold medalists. Okay, the government gives 5 million for Youth Olympics. I'm going to give you like a bunch of the other games, not just the Olympics, just so we can kind of see what kind of money actually gets to these athletes if the topic is their support. So 5 million if you win the Youth Olympic Games or Paralympic Games. 2 million if you win gold, right? Asian Games, Asian Winter Games, Asian Indoor or Martial Arts Games. You get 1 million for Asian Para Games and world level competitions held at least every 2 years with 45 countries participating. 500,000 peso prize for Asian Beach Games, Asian level competitions held at least every 2 years with at least 25 countries participating, and qualifying competitions for world level and Asia level games. If you win a gold in the SEA Games, you get 300,000 pesos, and you get 100,000 for every gold in the ASEAN Para Games. Now, silver medalist. Wait, was that silver? I think that was silver. No, silver medalist, you get 5 million if you get silver medal in the Olympics, Summer Olympics. You get 2.5 in the Youth Olympic Games or the Paralympics, 1 million for the Asian Games, 500,000 for Asian Para Games, 250 for Asian Beach Games, 150 for the SEA Games, and 75,000 for Asian Para. That's for silver medalist. And lastly, bronze medalist, 2M for bronze medalist for Summer Olympic and Winter Olympic Games, 1 million for Youth Olympic Games and Paralympics, 400,000 for Asian Games, Asian Winter and Indoor Martial Arts, 200,000 for Asian Para, 100,000 for Asian Beach, 60,000 pesos for a bronze medal in the SEA Games, and 30,000 for Asian in the Para Games with a bronze medal. But there are other things, like, for example, EJ, our Olympic pole vaulter, he received a 5 million peso check from the Federation of the Filipino Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Binondo when he won at the SEA Games and Asian Games last year. He also got a 3 million peso check from his alma mater, which was the Chiang Kai-shek College. He got 1 million from a businessman, Anton Tan, and 1 million from the ambassador, Carlos Chan. So he got all of that.
Yep.
Heidelin, when she got her gold, she got a couple of perks, like a 14M Mega World condo in Manila, house and lot in Tagaytay, and she got free flights from Air Asia as part of her package, including, of course, what the government gave her. So that's a pretty good deal, Bam. Yes?
It's a good deal when you win, diba?
Yeah, so is
But
that
getting there is the problem. Getting the support to get there. Kasi marami sa mga athletes natin, they get by on their own accord, di ba? Kumbaga, sariling sikap sila. They have a difficult time finding the right training and coaches. That's why some people go abroad. What a lot of people are looking at, hindi lang yung pag nanalo ka na. Kasi pag nanalo, everybody loves a winner, di ba? Pag nanalo ka na, all the support is there. Pero yung getting there, sana mas may support yung mga athletes natin, getting to the point where they can compete and win.
Yeah.
So sobrang special case ng mga nananalo because nagagawa nila yan despite the fact na kulang yung resources nila.
It really makes
Diba?
it more remarkable that oh my gosh.
Yeah, heroic and remarkable that they went through this journey and umabot sila doon. But ang hinahanap ng tao is from the start, sana may support yung gobyerno. And of course, it goes down to money. Diba? Money and organization. Ano yung mga willing tayong gastusin para sa mga atleta natin. And I think now that we've seen the type of Pinoy pride that we have with Carlos Yulo and seeing our athletes compete at this level, baka nga magandang i-revisit at tingnan kung pwedeng supportahan sila at the lower levels, di ba? So for example, ito, and we had this like in another show, we talked about this. So one is like establishing a national talent scouting network. Okay, meaning national scouting network to, maaga pa lang nakikita na natin sino yung mga future Carlos Yulo, future Heidelin Diaz, di ba? And nasa spot na natin kung nasaan pa sila. Whether they're in the cities, in the rural areas, kung anumang barangay, anumang lugar sila, nakikita na natin yung mga pwedeng masuportahan. Another one is really investing in our regional sports training centers. Yung mga hindi lang sila kailangan pumuntang Manila or sa Cebu and Davao to get like the best kind of training. They should be able to get that kind of training even in other provinces. I know some provinces nag-invest sila dito because of the LGUs, no? But sana meron kang nationwide program na yung provincial training centers natin nandyan. And you know, this support goes all the way to creating a national athlete scholarship program where, kasi it's more than just the tuition, right? It's a lot of support, food. You know, I remember there were some athletes before, and this is many years ago, no? Hindi naman to current. Yung problema na naghanap sila ng pagkain na masustansya.
My gosh, yeah, nutrition is so important.
No, and the protein. Kailangan ng, you know, ng karne, ng, you know, all of these things. So, even just making sure na they have the right food, they have the right nutrition, kasama dapat yun sa scholarship nila. And, you know, maybe as a last point, this goes all the way to our athletes who are already in their 20s and 30s. Creating a program for them na pwede silang masuportahan with their next career.
Ooh.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
a dual career program where they have one career, which is being a representative of our country, isang atleta natin. And on the other hand, they're also like, hindi sila magkakaproblema when it's time for them to move out of that career and, you know, get another type of work. Diba? May support
fall
rin
back
for
pa.
them.
Yeah.
Kasi ang hirap naman na you're an athlete and then suddenly, when you're 35, hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo, di ba? You can't live on
That
all
is
of these
such
things,
a good point, Bam, because even 35 is already running a little old if you're talking about an Olympic level athlete, right? I mean, it's especially in the games in the sports that we compete in. So when you're asking your national team or your athletes to compete for the very small window they have to dedicate their whole life to get to that small window. And then when they're in that small window, they have to perform. And then after that, what happens? So I did not think about this, and now that you've brought it up, I love it. I think this is incredibly important, and it might be just as important because what incentive do I have to dedicate my life for this when I'm 29 years old? I have no future in this
sport.
In this anymore.
So if yung discussion around this is hindi lang kapag nanalo sila. Because the private sector comes in. To be fair, no, mga kumpanya, negosyante, mga schools, whatever, they really are able to provide for the winners.
Yeah.
Diba?
Sure.
But, you know, ilan yung atleta natin? May isa kang Carlos Yulo. Ilan yung atleta natin? Libo-libo siguro yan. Diba? Daan-daan yan. And they need the support so that we can have more Carlos Yulos. Right?
100%. Yeah.
Laging story yan. May kita mo yung former champion, former gold medalist. Pagka mga 40 na may sakit somewhere, doon palang kikilos. No, uy, kasi akala natin, katulad din Carlos Yulo, ang laki ng pera, akala mo, pero mauubos yan pagka araw-araw kang mabubuhay. Tapos nakakaingit lang, pero yung ginagawa nilang sakripisyo. Saka, Senator, ito yung nagbabackfire yung sinasabing resiliency ng Pinoy, no? Kasi pag tinanong yung mga atleta, parang, yan eh, parang part na ng challenge nila, ng training. Pare, wala kaming masyadong pagkain. Pinoy tayo, pare. Hindi ganon dapat. Hindi dapat normal yon na walang pagkain at walang... Pero mo ang kalaban mo, antitindi ng mga training, mga equipment. Ikaw po, di ba kahit paano, hindi man nagiging totoo yung Rocky na pelikula eh.
Actually, naisip ko rin yung Rocky 4, di ba? Yung tayo nasa sumiswimming sa bundok, di ba? Or sumiswimming sa ilog. Tapos sila parang puro machines, di ba? Si Ivan Drago. Akala ko si Ivan Drago bigla, di ba?
Oo. Hindi naman nag-work lagi yun eh. Pelikula lang.
No, and ang mangyayari kasi niyan, we'll only have one Carlos Yulo, di ba? In like whatever, in 3 competitions, in 3 Olympics competitions. But we want to have more. Diba? That's all. We need to support more. Kailangan natin supportahan. At supportahan natin from the grassroots level. Hindi lang yung kapag nananalo na. Sakit rin yan ng Pilipino, diba? Susuporta ka lang pag mananalo na. Dapat, or pag panalo na. You have to support all the way from the beginning para makita mong umaabot talaga dyan. And, like Carlos Yulo, he also lost some competitions in the past. Di naman siya gold all the way, diba? May mga panalo siya, may mga talo siya. And, tuloy-tuloy lang siya. And I guess, yun yung nakaka-inspire, di ba? He kept on doing it despite all the difficulties. And nang umabot siya dyan, di ba? Siguro for us, wag nating kalimutan na yung pag-abot niya sa Paris at 2 gold medal, that's because of so much hardship, so much work na pinasok niya. Kasi kadalasan tayo, we just like to celebrate the victory. We forget the journey, di ba, to get there.
Sure. There are a lot of videos of him as a very, very young child circulating on Instagram. And it just reminds you that this is not something you just pick up a year ago or 2 years ago. This is a dedication that you give as a toddler sometimes. And to get to this level, that's what it takes. You don't have to look far to see that in athletes from other countries. You look at, did you guys watch the movie King Richard, for example, right? With the Serena Venus story and how their parents have to get involved at a very young age and the level of dedication that it happens there when you're not as fortunate to have a lot of money. Because some of these sports, they're called rich people sports, right? And to get to that level, you have to have a lot of cash. Well, there's also a family that has to play a huge part in you getting there, especially if you don't have that financial backing. So no, Bam, I love everything that you have just said. And I just also kind of want to stress how unifying this stuff is. It is a good investment if you are a government, because these are those moments where you can kind of win as a country, whether you're winning gold medals or not. Just to have a huge contingency, right? Having like, in the opening, to see a boat filled with Filipinos. Like, what if in the next couple of Olympic iterations, we're going to see an athlete group that's made up of 50 athletes, instead of 10 or 12. So those investments are also really good. So yeah, love it.
Nakaka-addict kaya yung ganung feeling, yung champion, yung nag-gold, no? Ang sarap ng feeling. Ba't di nila, dapat yun ang pondoan nila. Ang sarap ng feeling ng mga tao, nag-unite, nakalimutan yung issue ng Olympics ng babae o lalaki, nakalimutan yung
Last Supper.
Nakalimutan yung scandal ni Mark Fernandez. Maganda to nakaka-distract ng diba?
Thanks, Lex. All right, taking a step away from the Olympic talk, Bam, I know that you were in Japan. How was your trip? And this was a personal trip, though, right?
It was a personal trip. First day of class for many Pinoy kids today. So first day of class ng anak ko, so grade 1. Coco, kung nakikinig ka, good luck. Good luck sa school. So hinabol namin yung summer. Sabi nga ng asawa ko, ang galing natin ng mga parents, di ba? Yung bakasyon natin is right before the first day of school, right?
Right.
And we were able to go to Osaka and visit Universal Studios kasi si Ate Rory is a Harry Potter fan. Yun
Oh
yung
my
talagang,
gosh, they must have lost their minds.
Oh, grabe. Tsaka pag Super Nintendo World pa kami, which was the first time ako nakapunta doon, sobrang amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like ginawa mong totoong buhay yung Mario game, di
It's
ba?
like you entered the game.
Yes. Yes, sobrang siyang amazing. Yung medyo siguro medyo, although sanay naman tayo sa init, but it was going 38 degrees there in Osaka. Medyo matindi yung init sa Osaka, 38 degrees siya. So, medyo kami, nalulusaw kami doon sa Universal Studios, no? Pero laban lang. And we had such a wonderful time. Raming Pinoy rin, no? Especially we went to Mass yesterday, so raming Pinoy. In fact, yung pari Pinoy, yung mga kanta Pinoy, parang ako nagsimba dito sa San Juan, parang ganun yung feeling, no? So it was a great experience, and I mean, nothing really much to share except, family time is
nice,
recharging time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, that's wonderful.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything about the country or politics that you want to bring up?
Oh, I want to bring up
all of that stuff. Well, kind of overtaken by the Olympic buzz.
Yeah, actually, I want to talk about the US. Because we've been talking about the US for a couple of weeks, diba?
Yeah.
Oh, my friend, how 2 weeks have changed the dynamics of US politics, diba? So, if you remember, a few weeks back, there was an assassination attempt on President Trump.
Of course.
Parang kahapon, actually parang tagal na, diba? All right. And after that, sobra siya nag-shoot up. And he was able to really get a big lead over Joe Biden. Siguro mga 7 points, 8 points, which is huge. Ang laki nun for America. And then of course, President Biden steps down, which was unexpected. And as we had predicted, something extraordinary, which is surviving an assassination attempt, kailangan ng katapat na extraordinary, which was his stepping down. Which I'm sure as President of the United States and the most powerful person in the world, sabi nga nila, malaking bagay yun, no? To take a step back and say, it's not for me, right? And then when they were choosing who was gonna replace Joe Biden, ang rami nating bet. My bet was Michelle Obama. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Well, she never really actually put her hat in the ring. May mga ilan, nagsubok. And then si Joe Biden endorsed his Vice President Kamala Harris, right? And initially, kami ni Mo Twister were like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Kailangan natin burahin yon, Mo, kung manalo siya. Kasi
she's rising.
She's rising. My gosh, lumabas si Beyonce, binigay niya yung Freedom Song ni Beyonce. It's now like her theme song and the theme of the campaign. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? Yung binigay ni Beyonce, tinawag siyang brat ni... was that Cardi B? Tama ba? Si Cardi B ba yung nagtawag sa kanyang brat or something? Anyway, nag-mobilize. And the groups na medyo na-turn off kay Joe Biden, the minorities, which are the black population, the youth, suddenly lumabas for Kamala Harris. And she's been really rising. So, ito yung naging bagong campaign strategy nila. Nagzo-zoom sila. Okay, and they broke the record for most number of people on Zoom.
The number being?
200,000 people on Zoom. Yeah.
Oh.
200,000 people nag-Zoom with her. And then may follow-up pa yun, 100,000 people nag-Zoom with her. And she's been able to raise $300 million in the last 3 weeks.
Amazing.
2 to 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And, I'm gonna quote si Jon Stewart here, no? Of course, one of my favorite comedians. Sabi niya, the Democrats went from the despair of a Trump victory to the, paraphrasing, to the high of a statistical tie with Donald Trump, di ba? So suddenly, tuwan-tuwa sila kasi statistical tie na sila. Although some polls have her actually leading. Yeah.
And I know that Trump has accepted a debate, a Fox News debate with her. I don't know the exact date because I just saw this the other day, and that should do massive ratings because we're going to actually see them, one-on-one. But, it's
so
not
hindi naka-apekto. So hindi naka-apekto yung yung pass niya na pumapatol-patol siya. Hindi naka-apekto yan, ma'am?
Well, alam mo, binibring up yun na boyfriend niya noon yung mayor ng San Francisco. She was 29 and he was like 60, mga ganyan.
Yeah.
Pero alam mo, those things, honestly, ako pare, kung lalaki kasi yan, di naman like bring up yan eh. Kung sino yung girlfriend mo, sino yung naging chicks mo, but they bring it up because she's a woman. And I think it's unfair.
Trump has an uglier past. I'm almost certain, right? So yeah, it's kind of weird to bring that up.
Of course, some people are gonna bring it up. Some people are, honestly, hinahalongkat na lahat. Ito nga, very interesting. So, ang asawa ni Kamala Harris is si Doug Emhoff. Tama ba yung pagka-pronounce nun mo? Emhoff? Emhoff, no? And meron siyang ex-wife. Okay, at meron siyang kids with the ex-wife. By the way, they're all okay. Like, they're all supporting. It's a blended family, okay? But it's like a very modern family term, di ba? Blended family. And hinilungkat nila na naghiwalay yung asawa ni Kamala Harris dun sa original wife niya kasi nag-affair siya with...
nag-overlap.
No. No, nag-affair siya with a teacher of one of the kids. Basta parang... And then of course, he met Kamala like years later. So wala na itong kinalaman kay Kamala Harris. Pero binibring up pa rin, di ba? Binibring up pa rin, di ba? So I think they're at that point, the Republicans are at that point, hinahanap nila, ano ba yung angulo natin dito? Oo, is it the husband? Is it her race? Is it her...
She's not black, no?
O yun, may ganun pa. She's not black. Kasi she's partly Indian.
And Jamaican or something like that.
And Jamaican. So hindi naman talaga siya black. So, kayo mga black, why do you want to vote for her? Hindi naman talaga. Para may ganyang angulo. So, they're really trying to find the right angle. And, baka nadaan sila sa timing kasi konting oras na lang. You have to build on those things, di ba? Si Sleepy Joe, they built Sleepy Joe for years. He's not that sharp anymore. He's Sleepy Joe. They built that for over the past 3 years and tumatak. And kita mo nangyari, na-expose na Joe was a little slower than he was, or he was slower than he was before, kaya napa-step down siya. Eh ngayon, naghahanap sila ng angulo kay Kamala Harris, di nila ini-expect na siya yung lalaban. So, it's really interesting. And I guess yung point ko lang dito is, look, 2 weeks ago, it was such a big change. 2 weeks later, ang laki ng pagbabago, di ba? And things really happened very, very fast. And if you remember the discussion 2 to 3 weeks ago, yung mga Democrats parang give up na sa mundo. 'Di ba? Suddenly nagka-energy. Ngayon, pare, laban na ulit, 'di ba? And I mean that's how politics is now.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
Diba?
All that
Okay,
happened.
That's how
let's try
politics
to
is
take
now.
this to a Philippine context, ma'am. Does this happen to us as well?
It happened to us in 2022. I mean, look, si Lenny before she announced was the most unpopular national figure. She had very little support, less than 5%. She was 5th place. It was, if I'm not mistaken, Marcos, Moreno, Pacquiao, Lacson, and then Lenny. Right? Or Lenny then Lacson, or Lacson then Lenny. So 5th place siya before she announced. And by February, people were coming out. It took us some time. It wasn't like 2 weeks. It took about 2 months kasi nagkabagyo pa in the middle. But by 2022, she announced in 2021, by 2022, people were going out, di ba? So, I think ganyan na yung politika ngayon, no? People may on-off switch talaga yung mga tao. And for some reason, I think the on-off switch was not Kamala Harris. It was Joe Biden
Stepping
down. It was that act of, I'm not gonna think of myself. And that's very un-American. Mga Amerikano kasi, di ba? Very, sila? It's centered on the individual, right?
Yeah.
Hindi siya centered on the community like maybe us, di ba? So, nung ginawa na yon, na I'm gonna think about what's better for my party, what's better for the country, not what's better for me. I'm gonna step down. I'm going to i-admit ko na humihina na ako, which is very difficult for a president to do. I-admit ko yan, and I'm gonna say, a younger generation needs to take over. I think that was the spark.
Did he step down?
No. He stepped back
As
from
candidate,
being
di ba?
the candidate. He didn't step down as president. So he stepped back as the candidate. And I think yung act na yon, yung ginawa niyang yon, really inspired a lot of people. And parang suddenly, yung imposible, posible pala. Because the Republicans, and this is according to some articles, they never expected Biden to step back. Like, hindi nila ma-imagine na hindi lalaban tong taong to kasi he's already the president. Presidente ka na eh. Diba? But the fact na nagawa niya yon, I think opened up a new era of inspiration for many Americans. And now, if I'm not mistaken, na sila? Statistical tie na sila. There are some polls na mataas si Trump, but there are other polls mataas na si Kamala Harris. So exciting.
We're close though. We're close to the election. It is August. I know it might be a little early to give these predictions, but we did give them when Trump nearly, when there was an attempt at his life. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Oh, hindi ko alam. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's too early kasi naghahanap pa sila ng angulo kay Kamala Harris. No, they're looking for how to attack her, and they're throwing everything now. The Democrats will win if they get their base out. Kung yung mga tao na lumabas for Joe Biden and Barack Obama, if they go out and vote, then I think they have more people. Mas marami sila. Yeah.
Right.
Joe Biden was unlikely to win kasi nawalan sila ng gana sa kanya. They didn't want to vote for him anymore. They wanted, they weren't agreeing on immigration. They weren't agreeing on Israel and Palestine. Maraming issues na hindi sila sumasang-ayon. So, parang ayaw na nilang iboto. They didn't want to vote for him. Ayaw na siyang iboto. But with Kamala, it's another story. I think if people go out and vote, the Democrats will win. If they don't vote, then I think the Republicans will win.
Right.
And right now, the team of Donald Trump, I'm sure, is, they're probably trying to figure things out. Now, 2 weeks ago, we predicted Trump win over Biden. Now, I'm going to say, hindi ako sure. I'm not sure. So, nagbabago siya. Maybe in 2 to 3 weeks, pagdating ng September, it'll be clearer also kung sino yung magwawagi dyan. But I think it's gonna go down the wire. Much like the Trump-Biden. Di ba yung Trump-Biden, Mo, 1 or 2 states lang yun, di ba? Yung lamang ni Biden.
It was I think this is where the debates are going to have a pretty... I think the debates make a difference. I don't know if it makes a difference with us. I don't know because, again, we didn't see BBM in the debate and he won rather handsomely. I don't know if that stuff is as relevant for us, but I think for the Americans it is. I guess okay. So we don't know who the obvious winner is going to be, but I always try to kind of bring it back to us. As early as now, I'm talking to our listeners before I actually ask Bam, maybe Alex, maybe Sam. Is the next Philippine president obvious right now?
Right now.
Oh, no.
Ako rin. No.
No? Lex, is the next Philippine president obvious right now? Because how many years are we away? 3?
4.
4?
4.
28, right?
Almost
It's
4.
22.
Yeah. 4 years.
Almost 4. Okay, yeah. So it's anywhere between maybe 3.5 and 4. Can you right now, Lex, say as we are at the halfway point-ish, the next Philippine president is obvious right now?
Hindi pa. Hindi pa sa akin. Although may mga nakikita akong maglalaban.
Right
Diba?
now,
Because, you know,
ang front
I think
runner
you're
is Sara Duterte. The
Of
front
course,
runner
she's
is the
vice
vice president.
Always.
Other names there are Senator Raffy Tulfo. You know, I mean, maraming mga front runners. Maraming mga front runners. But as we've seen in all of our elections, puro last minute yan. Even BBM was last minute. Because the unit team was, hindi naman yan unit team nung una eh. Maglalaban rin dapat yan eh. Si BBM was gonna run for president, Sara was gonna run for president. That was what people were predicting. Pero nung nagsama sila, nung month ba sila nagsama? Maybe September? Yeah, maybe September if I'm not mistaken, no? So biglaan yun. President Duterte, biglaan. Noynoy Aquino, biglaan. So,
You know, I was
mga
so
front runner
confused
na maaga pa lang, usually don't make it actually. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see kung ano mangyayari for 2028.
You're right, because I was so convinced Manny was going to be the next president. Like, you know, years before the 2022, I was like, oh, Manny's got this in the bag, man. And he didn't really even threaten, right, as a choice. But I mean, I'm talking about maybe in 2019, I was like, Manny's going to be the next president, easy, and kind of failed. So I think right now it might be a little too early for the obvious choice. Even though a lot of people say Sarah is the front runner because she's the vice president, we'll see. We'll see in a couple of years.
Nakakatakot kasi ngayon pag maaga ka eh. Maaga ka rin sisirain. Nagpakita ka ng ano. Pag nagpakita ka ng maaga ka rin sisirain. Kaya dapat ano ka lang.
Ito in the front runners in our last 3 presidential elections, hindi sila yung nanalo. In 2010, it was Manny Villar who was the front runner. In 2016, it was Binay, Vice President Binay, and then eventually Senator Poe.
Yep.
Di ba? Ito lang 2022, yung front runner from beginning to end. Ito lang. Interesting. But ang point ko lang dyan, guys, kung ang Amerika nga na yung traditions nila, yung gaano kalalim yung Republican, Democrat, I mean, their political establishment is extremely rooted. Kumbaga, mahirap talagang galawin yan kasi nandyan na yan. And yet, nakita natin in a span of a month, nagbago siya. Nag-upside down siya 2 times. Diba?
2 times, actually.
Exactly. Nag-upside down siya 2 times. Diba? And again, nung yung tao lumabas for Kamala, suddenly may laban. Diba? It goes back to that. Nung si Trump, tinaas niya yung kamay niyang ganyan, yung Republican base niya lumabas at sabi, oh, panalo na tayo. We got this. Diba? And then it took another act to turn that on its head. And, you know, Joe Biden.
I think you said it earlier, right?
back.
You said it feels so long ago. Because so much has happened, right? I mean, it feels like I've already forgotten about that moment where there was an attempt on his life.
Yeah.
Because so much of it was effectively kind of they spinned it towards, again, Joe Biden stepping down, which is, again, maybe brilliant campaigning. Who knows?
Sa akin, the first step dyan is to register. Ako nagpakita na ako ng example, nagpa-register ako na transfer kasi gusto kong bumoto dito sa mas malapit sa amin. Guys, register tayo kasi nung nakita kong aksidente lang yun nakita ko dun sa SM Bikuta na merong COMELEC registration na parang satellite. Sabi ko mukhang may pag-asa tayo dahil nagpaparegister yung Comelec eh. Ibig sabihin kaya nag-ano sila ng mga botante. So, parehistro kayo para wala tayong puro tayo, wag tayo pagdada.
How was your experience, Alex? Gano'ng katagal? Gano'ng kahirap?
Bilis, 5 minutes.
Wow.
5 minutes?
Impressive.
5 minutes kasi nag-transfer lang ako tapos wala pa nga lang yung voters ID kundi yung papel lang binigay pero you can vote na. And I na-transfer na ako sa Signal.
Eh, Alex effect ba yun? Yung as in lumakit?
Hindi. Siguro may itsura ako. May itsura kasi ako.
Meron ka bang...
Una, pogi muna
Sir,
bago
kayo
yung...
po ba si Alex Calleja? May ganun ba? Meron wala?
Ang lead nyo pala sa personal, no?
Para kayong Carlos Yulo. Sabi kayo, ganun lang kayo katatakad.
The greatest Filipinos are 5'5" and below.
Uy, pero Alex, pansin ko bigla, yung hairline mo, kumakapal na talaga, promise.
Yeah. Oo nga.
Right?
Kailangan ko sumabay sa'yo, Sam. Kailangan ko sumabay sa'yo.
Galing.
We're all improving here.
It's so legit. Galing.
I know.
If you don't evolve, you die. Di ba? Sabi nga.
Yeah.
No, but going back lang to what Alex said, guys, please mag-register tayo. We have until September 30 to register. Ang tagal, that's like 60 days from now. Hindi naman. Sorry. 50-something days from now. Matagal-tagal pa yun. Matagal-tagal pa yun. Please go and register. And Comelec is doing its job by having these satellite offices sa malls. So please mag-register tayo. Napakasakit naman kung next year meron na kayong gustong iboto tapos di nyo maboto kasi di tayo rehistrado. By the way, in my conference last week, so tinanong namin I think it was Thailand. Thailand yung the parliamentarian from Thailand said na ang laking boto ng youth vote nila in the last elections of Thailand. And I asked, what about registration? Sa kanila, as soon as you're 18, you're automatically registered. Walang registration. Automatic.
Is that difficult to do?
Is that something that's possible for us?
I mean, kung kaya nilang gawin, ba't di natin kayang gawin, di ba? Diba?
But isn't
Why
it,
not,
isn't it
right?
like Australia that makes it compulsory too? That you have to vote?
You have to vote. And then in the US, you can just show up, di ba Mo? You can just show up and vote.
Yes, you can register that moment.
You can register at that moment na boboto ka.
Oh.
Matakot kasi dito yung mga ganyang age. May mga paliga nga dito, 16 below. Dinadaya yung birth certificate para maging 16 tapos may mga balahibo na sa kilikili. 16 below, paliga ka sa 16 below dito. May tumitira ng prito, may sisigaw, uwi ka na!
No, so yan mga magandang pag-isipan, di ba? Automatic registration upon 18 years old.
Why would they not do it, you think? It would be for nefarious reasons?
Alam mo, I haven't thought about it. Why they wouldn't do it. Baka sabihin nila, mahirap yung systems, ganyan-ganyan. But may national ID law na tayo. We have a census. I mean, we all have our information out there in the internet, di ba? So siguro naman it can be done. That's something good to explore though. Bakit nga hindi? Na lahat tayo automatically registered, no?
Yeah, and again, taking maybe even a step towards what the Aussies do, which is make it mandatory, right? You have to do it. I think, I don't know, again, the pros and cons yet. I mean, it's probably not my expertise, but I think...
200, mag-fine ka ro pag hindi ka na bumoto. 200 Australian dollars.
Australia. Yeah, since you're in Australia, magbayad ka ng $200 fine if you do not vote. And you can be anywhere around the world and submit your vote as well if you're Australian. So, which is kind of very cool. And I think, again, I don't know what the pros and cons though for our system. I get every country is different. Maybe it's not as good of an idea for us. However, it could also be brilliant. You never know. We got to take a break because we're running. We've talked way too long before taking this break. Bam, don't go yet. Yeah, you still have a couple of minutes. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show, and Bam will still hang out just for a little bit. Don't go away. Back after this.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Let's play. St. Matthew's Band. As we creep up here on hour number 3 of our show, Bam Aquino is here. Minutes away from, though, having a little bit of an exodus. Bam, are you traveling anywhere this week?
No.
What's your schedule look like?
First time in a few weeks na
This is the first?
dito muna tayo sa Pilipinas. So, I've been traveling. Ano bang next lakad natin? Cebu na ata next week if I'm not mistaken. But this week I'm here. So, happy to just be in Manila for the next few days.
One last question I want to ask you before you go, because we're not going to talk to you in a bit. What do you think is, we started this whole kind of time with you here about wanting to support our athletes because it's very timely. We've just done something we've never done before in the history of our Olympics history here as a nation. But what do you think is the one thing that the majority of Filipinos want that the government isn't really doing anything about? Is it some of the stuff that we've talked about week after week, the prices, inflation, all these things? But I mean, the government's doing something about it, right?
They are, pero alam mo yung kailangan kasi nila talagang gawin, they really have to go to the root of the problem. And that goes to corruption. That goes to fighting against big groups, cartels, smugglers, some of whom are connected to government officials also. You know, nasabi ko na to many times, kung gusto nating ibaba yung presyo, 15 to 20%, mabababa ka agad yan just with good governance. You know, by making sure na yung mga lagay na, you know, that people have to pay, pag tinanggal mo yon, 15 to 20% mabababa natin yung presyo ng pagkain sa Pilipinas. Bigas onwards, no? And that's the truth. So that takes a lot of political will to get it done. No, kailangan talaga a serious push to bring down prices. And that's 15 to 20%. Hindi yan, you know, kontrolado natin yan. Hindi yan because of, you know, yung mga rice fields in Thailand or Vietnam may mga problema, or yung West Philippine Sea hindi makapasok yung mga boats or what, logistics mahal. You know, you can blame all of those things. Pero marami dyan di natin kontrolado. Pero yung kontrolado natin, corruption, kontrolado natin yung political will to stop that para mababa yung presyo ng bilihin. That I think is really number one. If you look at all of the surveys, you go to man on the street, bumaba ka dyan, everywhere I go, yun yung sinasabi ng mga tao, masyadong mahal ang presyo ng mga bagay-bagay sa Pilipinas. By the way, when I was in Indonesia the previous week, nakakagulat yung presyo. Nakakagulat kung gaano kamura yung mga bagay doon. From transportation to food, things were really, really cheap. And we were in Bali. Ano na yan? Tourist trap na yan. Tourist trap na yan. So mataas na yan compared to most places. And yet, pagpunta namin doon, gulat na gulat kami how cheap things were. 'Di ba? So, yun yung pinakauna. Yun yung kailangan unahin. Now, of course, nandyan yung support for athletes. Nandyan yung pag-improve ng so many things in the country. Pero yung pinaka-immediate talaga is really the price of food and the prices of goods. Kung ano yung kadalasang binabayaran ng mga tao, what we usually pay for, yun yung mga kailangan natin hanapan ng paraan para ibaba.
Bam, I've known you for a long time, Bam. 20 years now. You and I have been friends. And listen, I've always rooted for you, but I've never rooted this hard for you.
Oh, wow.
I want you more now than ever. But
taken out of context, pare. Parang iba yun. But okay,
get that
I'll
clip.
take it.
I'll take it. Somebody get that clip. Somebody get that clip. I need that clip, by the way. I want you now more than that. Have you seen? Did you see the pole vaulter who lost because his junk hit the pole?
Oh,
No, I didn't see that. Di ko nakita.
Oh, you gotta see it, Bam. I'll play for you in a second here. But
The pole hit the pole? The pole hit the
pole.
Yeah, there was pole contact.
Yeah,
Bawal pala
it's
yun.
not a lightsaber. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not bawal. You just can't hit it off the thing with your pole. So, anyway, let me just finish this because I think it's important. I've never wanted you to succeed like in the way I want it now. Okay. But I'm scared for you now because I want it so bad. And when you throw the stuff out there like cartels, political will, these interests that your peers, your colleagues are going to have that you may threaten, and it becomes a very dangerous game. Because I don't know if now more than ever this country is riddled with outside influence and cartel influence and interest. These where money is, people are going to die over it. Corruption, people die over corruption.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be safe with all of this stuff that's coming out of your mouth?
No.
And I believe you.
Do you have security?
And I believe you, right? I believe you, brother. Yeah. Oh, I know you're not the guy who walks around with the Armalites. I know you don't do that. But let's say you get into the Senate, and the stuff that you're talking about week after week here, you're going to go after it. That's a dangerous game, brother.
Ganun talaga yun, pare. I mean, that's life. Ganun yun. That's the life you choose. That's the life you choose. I mean, sa pamilya ko kasi, we've never had like a lot of security or yung tipong ganyan. And I don't want to, nire-reveal ko pala dito, no? But during my Senate days, we never had guns. Like, I never allowed any of my team to have guns. Kasi feeling ko kung may baril ka, mas yumayabang ka eh. And you get into more trouble. You get into
Parang
more
you're
trouble.
inviting trouble.
Yeah, kung wala kang baril, you have to use your charm and your smile and makikiusap ka, di ba? Hindi ka mayabang. So, nobody in our team really brought around guns sa pagkakaalam ko. No? And right now, I go around. Wala naman kaming mga bodyguard or anything. I have like a couple of these young guys with me. couldn't stop a bullet. They couldn't stop a bullet. But maganda smile nila. So siguro makakatulog yun kahit papaano, di ba?
Arresting charm.
Yeah, tsaka kasi
Do
very
they ever go? Do they
fatalistic
ever
kasi
tell
ako
you,
dyan
Bam?
eh.
They ever go, Bam, kahit shotgun lang, kahit isa.
No. But alam mo, honestly, ako medyo fatalistic kasi ako dyan eh. You know, if they really wanna get you, they're gonna get you. Kahit ilang pang tao, mandamay ka pa ng ibang tao, di ba? I mean, seriously, di ba?
I know, but Bam,
but
you're
yung buhay pare, ano yan eh, part of the game yan. It's part of the game.
I know, it's not really the job. It's your rhetoric, your goal.
Ganun lang yun. I mean, ganun lang yun. Kung di ka matapang, ba't ka
mukhang
tatakbo?
effective yun.
Diba?
Mukhang effective yan. Bam, tama naman ginagawa mo ng mga assistant, may mga smile lang. Diba? Parang bababalin ko sa, uy, ang cute ng girl, oh. Okay na.
I-holster mo na lang, di ba?
Diba?
I-holster mo na lang.
Cute ng kasama.
So by the way, ito
I have chills, Bam. I honestly, right now, I mean, listen, every time you come here, half of our audience gets excited because they hear your energy and they hear your goals and they get excited. You energize our group. But at the same time, half of us get depressed because we're like, oh my God, our country's in
no.
right?
Please, that's
But
not my goal.
now-
Na ma-depress tayo.
No, yeah.
Ang goal
No,
natin.
but it's true. But no, it's true. It's true though. But hold on, let me just. Dude, I am scared. This is the first time I have chills because when you say cartels and when you say who the enemies are, and the enemies are going to be next to you, it scares me for you, man.
No, dude. Wag ka matakot. Ano yan eh, that goes back to, you know, the 80s. You know,
Yeah,
when
of
they
course.
killed Tito Ninoy, when they killed my uncle, di ba?
Yeah.
And when they killed my uncle, dalawa lang yung pwede mong response. Either magtago ka rin or lumabas ka.
Yeah.
And as early as then, my dad actually said, look, kailangan tayong lumabas. Kasi kung hindi tayo lalabas, natakot tayo, mas matatakot yung mga tao. Pero kung yung mga malapit sa namatay, hindi natatakot, then makikita ng mga tao na hindi rin dapat sila matakot. So, if you go around, napakarami mong armas, you're so guarded, you're afraid to speak because you might piss off somebody na, you know, dangerous or what, di ba? Mas maraming matatakot. So you have to speak your mind, speak the truth, and go out there and go to the people, di ba? And hopefully, if you do that, mas maraming tao magsasalita rin, lalabas din, di ba? So, ako, dude, I mean, I'm gonna live my life the way I've lived my life for the last, ever since I was a professional and a politician. And ganito lang to. And ganyan lang yan, pare. Huwag ka matakot sa akin. Huwag ka matakot for me. Oh, don't worry. We got this. I got Mika here and Nico here and Samo here with me. Si Sam, kung may pumasok dito, makita lang si Sam. Uy, K-drama. Ba't ako magagalit, di ba? Magsasmile na yan. Oh, ganun lang yun. Surround yourself with cute people at okay na yan. Yan na yung protection mo.
That's your security strategy.
Oh, mga cute. Yan yun, cute. Kaya si Alex Calleja, pwedeng sumama sa akin kasi cute rin yan. Pag punta kong Amerika, si Mo Twister kasama ko dahil cute siya. Cute.
Surround yourself with the yummy.
Mga cute at Aquino Youth Action Group, puro cute.
Oo.
Si Alex Calleja, presidente, ang ulo.
Ang ulo ng Aquino
Action Group.
May tumawag tuloy sa ng SM Bigutan yan.
Ano?
May sumigaw talaga.
Ano?
Oo. Yung
Yun?
BAYAG.
Talaga?
Sumigaw sa SM.
Yes, we made it a thing. Yes.
Speaking of Bayag, do we have the clip that Bam can see of the pole vaulter? Pole vaulter. Okay, Bam, check this out. Listen, I mean, he's from France. He is home. Look at this.
Oh, ayun, sumabit. Oh my gosh. Ang lala. Ngayon ko lang nakita yan.
Ulitin yan.
No pausing.
Wala pause. Wag may pause.
Oh!
Ba't kasi nakaganon yung ba't kasi naka-horizontal? Dapat sa kinakambyo, kaya nga may cambio tayong mga lalaki. Nalaman nyo na yung purpose ng cambio.
You don't win a gold medal because of your stick?
Sabi niya, all my life, I've been proud about what God gave me except for this moment when it got in the way of my gold medal. Sabi niya ganyan.
Pero ang dami na bumati sa kanya mga ang dami na bumati sa kanya mga babae.
I'm assuming somewhere out there, Carlos, 4'11", Carlos Yulo is like, don't have that problem.
Oh, di mo alam yun, pare. Di mo alam yun. Don't judge. Don't judge. Don't prejudge. Di mo alam yun. Pero grabe itong pole vaulter, no?
Yeah.
Iba yung meaning ng pole vault doon.
That was so funny. Okay, anyway, brother, thanks for coming by again as usual. We'll see you next week. I apologize for that grim note on the bottom. It's just because, man, I am such a believer in you now, again, more than ever. And I just, man.
Ano yung quote ni Mo Twister? I want you more than ever. Thanks, guys. Salamat.
Dapat may tugtog yan mo, yung tugtog doon sa bicycle sounds mo.
I cannot do that. There's profanity in that. But Bam, thanks for being here, brother. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Week in Manila, and send our love to your family and of course your kids who started school this week.
Salamat.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Oo, pagsusuporta natin si Bam, promise. Oh.
Yeah.
Kaya nga nagpa-register transfer para talagang wag tayo puro talkies.
And they're off. Okay.
Yes.
Honestly, he's really the only government.
Gwapo ni Bam, no? Gwapo.
Oh, you should see him in person.
Oh, I said what I said.
Easy, Sam. Easy.
Oof.
Easy.
Easy.
That skin,
Yummy.
that skin always gets me, you know. He's so flawless. How?
Problema lang ni Bam, 5'11" eh. He's not part of the great Filipinos of all time.
Hindi siya pwede mag-lead sa amin. Poser.
You know what? Efren Bata Reyes is 5'11", if I'm not mistaken.
No,
He
he's
doesn't-
not.
He doesn't look it.
No, he's not. Are you making this up?
He doesn't look 5'11".
No, he doesn't.
He looks tiny.
Yeah.
And
Kasi humble siya eh. Parang nakagano lang siya.
yeah.
Imagine mo kung si Efren yung natamaan niya yung ano niya, tapos nawala yung tira niya dahil sumagi doon sa Efren Reyes na for the 9 ball is going to win the champion.
It's tumama sa white ball.
Became blue ball.
Sa Pinoy. I'm really sure Efren Bata Reyes is 5'11". How tall is Efren Bata Reyes?
He
5'11".
cannot.
1.8 meters, 5'11".
Sabi sa'yo,
Efren Bata Reyes
5'11".
stands at 5'11". It says right here. According to...
Ngayon ko lang nalaman niyo. Kasi nga siguro humble kasi siya. Lagi lang siya ngigiting.
Yeah. Siyempre mo siyang Yoda. Di ba? May
Walang
Yoda.
pustiso. Hindi nga nagpo-pustiso yan eh.
Wow.
Naiilang daw siya.
shocked.
Naiilang daw siya.
Yeah. That's why he's not my number one. Too tall.
Si Manny ata manid din eh. Alam mo si Manny, pag kinamayan mo, grabe talaga yung kamao niya. Nakamayan ko yun. Sabi ko, tigas ng kamao na to. Talagang pag nasapa ka, parang kahoy na eh.
Oh.
Pero may talaga charismatic talaga si Efren sa si Manny. Yan naman ang bibigay ko sa ila. They can...
I think Efren's got great charisma. Honestly. Always a smiling face. Never really a diva. Never seen him do the diva stuff. I mean, you've seen Manny do the divas things, but I've never seen Efren do that. Good dude. Okay. All right. Now we're late for our 8 o'clock break. Yes, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take that break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of hour number 3 of the show. It is a Monday morning here on Magic 89.9. You're listening to Good Times. Don't go away. Back into this.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Hit the beat, man. Come on. Ako yung may alaga, asong mataba. Utot niya mahaba. Ganda kasi ng beat eh.
Is that a real
Tapos na, hindi mo
song or were you freestyling there for a while?
What was the line? You just...
Okay, may alaga, may asong mataba. Buntot niya mahaba, mahaba ang mukha.
You know what I
Mahal
heard?
niya ako.
You know what I heard? What? Basta that
Ako yung may
line.
alaga,
Ako yung may alaga.
asong mataba.
Utot niya mahaba is what I heard.
Buntot.
That's why I was like,
Okay pala yun ha. Utot niya mahaba.
Ang labo.
Pwede rin.
Oh God.
Ay.
Alex, tell people where they can see you, whether it be this week or in the kind of foreseeable future. That was a good time to kind of give your
Maraming
shout-outs.
salamat. Sold out na yung Pampanga sa August 10. So okay na tayo dyan.
Ooh,
Magkita-kita tayo.
nice.
Tapos Supportan natin yung kasama ko sa comedy crew si Jeps Galion dyan sa aking restaurant sa Meats and Deli Cafe Pasig. August 9 yan. So that's Friday. Saturday, kita sa Pampanga. Ang matindi, dalawang bagay. Kung gusto niyo matuto magpatawa, August 17, workshop, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Natututo ka na, tumatawa ka pa. So kung gusto niyo matuto, yan, mag-register lang sa alexcalia.com and thecomedycrew.com. Ang birthday show ko po, ongoing ang early bird. So October 4 and 5, Maybang Theater. October 11 sa Music Museum. October 12, Insular Life. Ticketworld.com.ph. Please tulungan niyo ako. At tuloy na ang US natin dahil nasikaso na ang aking work permit. Yan. Kasi pag nagpupunta ako sa US, I make sure na talagang nakaayos ang ating papeles. So yan, may interview na tayo. Work permit. Yeah. Thank you.
I think we need to give Midnight Love a special mention because he's been working extra hard with all the framing and the playing of the video clips. So, diba?
Nagiging professional tayo, nahihiya na ako.
Wow.
Yeah, we have to step up.
Plus, when we have technical issues, he's the point person of really trying to fix it, even though it's not his fault.
Si Alvin ba ito? Si Alvin?
Alvin.
Iba talaga yung Alvin. Buhay na alamat.
He gets the brunt of my frustration and a lot of my profanity on the GC. But they're not directed towards him, but he's the contact. So,
hindi sa kanya kanino mo.
I'm trying to really send it to our boss, like our 5'3" boss, but he's sleeping, and Alvin's the only one awake of that represents the station. So he unfortunately gets the bulk of my profanity, and it's not his fault. He's doing his best to try to fix it, but who else am I going to yell at? I mean, I have to yell at somebody. So, thank you, Vin. We love you immensely.
Yes. He's never wanted you more.
Yeah, I never wanted you more in my life. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just hope that you are a French pole vaulter. All right. Sam, how about you, man? Anything you want to throw out there before we get to our next conversation?
I thanked and gave a shout out to IWPG, International Women's Peace Group, on the podcast. But since we're on the radio, I wanted to thank them again for visiting, and also to Mayor Testimbol of Kapalong, Davao del Norte, and just all the hardworking people of HWPL Philippines. We all did some good work, which is why I missed radio. And we're on Facebook, so please check us out and join us.
Messi in Irvine, California says, you can choose not to yell, Mo. What?
You tell him.
I don't even know what that means. I mean, listen, the yelling that I do comes from a place of the pursuit of excellence on the show. It is a live show, and if it's not excellent, we hear it from you. Guys, it's like a restaurant. When you're in the kitchen, for all you, the Bear watchers, we all root for Carmi, even though he yells, and Richie and all of those guys. I know that this is a Bear reference. If you don't watch it, you don't get it, but it is about excellence and having to be excellent. So that's all. Hey, we've been talking a lot about sports, and I want to ask you guys at 863-10899. We haven't really heard a lot from the people. Sorry, because we've been talking so much. But even on the playback.tv. Oh, by the way, playback.tv. Download the app. Search Good Times. Hit Join Room. You will get notifications when both the podcast and the radio show starts. And most importantly, really, is you get to interact with everybody here. We were hitting well over 600, like closer to the 650 range earlier today with the amount of people that were interacting with us.
596 mo. Nabawasan
Yeah, 596. But when Bam was here and we were talking about that deck, it was like 650. It was crazy. So thanks, guys, for really being here. We would love to get this into the thousands and all of that. By the way, our room already over 6,000 listeners who are from all around the world who interact with us. So thank you guys. And that number continues.
Sorry mo kung nag-596 tayo, gagalingan pa namin ni Sam para umabalik ulit tayo sa 620. What do you need? Sorry sa 596 na nabawasan tayo ng 54. We apologize.
Yeah. But the Magic also has a playback room and all of that stuff. Nowhere near as successful, but still, we love you guys.
I do have a question about that. Like, why do we have separate rooms?
Because we have a podcast. We also have a podcast.
Is that it?
And we have the same room, and it would just kind of make everything all jumbled up. So just so I can get the notification out for the podcast, we just kind of separated. That was just. Okay, sports. We were talking about sports. Outside of sports, which industry do you think has the most competitive people working in it? Competing against each other within a company.
News. News, ay mga
News.
anchor.
Really?
Mga anchor.
Yeah, I'm
Yan,
just talking-
nasa isip ko.
I was just talking about restaurants.
Restaurant.
But I don't know. I mean, yelling and competing are two different things. Like, I'm not competing against you guys, yet I'm yelling at you guys, but I'm not competing against you. So outside of sports, which industry has the most competitive people? People seem to be say sales. I guess because there's a quota.
Mga bus drivers.
That's a good one.
Gusto nilang mauna.
Bus, jeepney.
Yeah. Pag nakita ng jeep na inunahan mo siya, uunahan ka doon dahil mauunahan mo siya sa pasahero sa kanto. Yan ang competitive.
Yeah. How much do you think having a good barker, because Lex, I know that you've been doing all the barker stuff, but how much having a good barker helps in filling?
Kailangan. Siya naglalagay ng order and ng order doon sa pagtatawag. At kasi hindi ka pwede sumakay sa ibang jeep eh. Pag may barker ka, yun ang official na sasakyan mo. Importante yun. It says, this is the official one. Those are not official. Ito to.
All right, so people say insurance is very competitive. Politics, obviously, very competitive. Car agents. So yung, what is this? The showroom agents, those guys? Is that that's a very competitive, is it?
I don't know.
You work for, like, for example, you work for Toyota, you work for Honda, you work for Nissan, you work for whatever. Those guys obviously have quotas, but are they really competing against each other? Are they boxing out each other when somebody comes in?
So again, in the realm of sales, pa rin yun.
Yes. And I think quota is what is driving this competition.
Ano ba kokota? Kokota. Tama? Kokota.
Cell phone to mall. I don't know where the competition is there. What is that? Telephone to mall.
Kasi pag naglakas ka sa mall, lalo na sa SM, sa 4th floor, yung mga tech gadgets, kahit wala kang pangangailangan, parang pag dumaan ka doon, parang may anday yung pagkukulang sa buhay.
Kasi it's an entire floor and they're all offering the same thing.
Is this the same as the perfume department of the
something like that?
Yung pagdaan mo, sprayan ka.
Spraying crap on you constantly.
Pero mas grabe yung tech gadgets sa 4th floor ng SM, promise. Pagdaan mo, sir. Template, tempered glass, sir. Sir, casing. Battery, sir.
This is like harassment.
Yes, almost.
Almost. Dito na kayo, sir.
8631-0899. Sorry, we were talking about. I just realized that we're calls on hold. I don't know. Hopefully you're still there. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hi.
The question is, outside of sports, which industry has the most competitive people working in it, competing against each other?
I'm from sales, so pwede masasabi ko sa sales. Even sa showroom, kahit may turning, share ko lang experience na may turn kasi sa duty sa floor, but meron yung office mate ko na nakasilip dun sa showroom and then may paparating sa pinto, then sasabihin niya na, oh ma'am, hello, good morning, ganyan. Pero walk-in yun. Supposed to be, dapat yung naka-duty yung mag-assist. But then, yun, nasulot ako nung isang office mate ko na pretending na he knows the person who walks in. Kaya, yun, medyo competitive.
Does that ever then graduate into a fight? And especially suntukan type of fight?
Yeah. Oo, kasi usually, especially pagka na-trace na, tinatago kasi nila pag yung mga numbers or kausap ko yung client kung isang office mate. Pag nagkaroon ng, natuklasan siya, nagkakaroon ng confrontation or parang dumadating sa point na kailangan silang humarap dun sa general manager para lang magkaayos. Parang gano'n.
Amazing. All right. That's very competitive. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you.
8631-0899. Take a next call. What's the most competitive industry out there where people are competing?
Hi. I'm Darwin.
Darwin. Hi.
Still sales.
Sales.
I'm from real estate, by the way. So the problem is sobrang competitive with other developers, even when you're in your own company, sa sobrang dami ng sellers, talagang grabe rin yung competition.
Is it because of the quota or it's because of the commission? Or both?
Commission. Of course, the commission. Commission and the quota, both.
Mm.
Yeah. Sales, man. Yeah, it's killer out there. Thanks for the call. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Wait, hold on. One more second.
Yeah.
When it comes to sales, do you ever get jealous that the better looking people get the most attention?
Well, I really don't know. I'm one of the better looking persons. So.
I was just gonna say, unless ikaw yung pogi di ba? Kung ikaw yung pogi, medyo advantageous.
Siyempre, pag maganda, maggwapo, advantage.
Yeah.
Pleasing.
Thank you. Thanks, Yami. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye.
Ang daming trabaho si Sam O sa mga KK, ano yun eh.
Next
Zealots.
call.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm Edward.
Edward?
Good.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I thought you said you're at work. Okay, Edward at work. What's up?
Well, one of the most competitive work that I've done is doing business development for PPPs in the Philippines.
For what?
PPP?
Public-private partnerships. So when you bid for projects in the Philippines or for a particular sector in the government, it is stacked with competition. So you really have to do your best with your bid proposals. And for example, we had biddings for airports here in the Philippines. So that thing is just crazy high stake.
Yeah,
because you're talking billions maybe. So where's the shadiness in it then? So obviously there's competitiveness, and with any competition there's competitive edge. Where is the competitive edge and the stuff that gets it a little shady?
Well, you have to understand that these big businesses have connections, and at some point they were political donors in elections. So there you go.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's it. Back to the politics and the dirtiness of it all. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. 863-10899. Competitive work environments. Where you at? Good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Mo, Sam, Alex, headhunting industry.
Really? I mean, finding employees, finding the best employees. Go. Tell us.
Especially if the talent is niche. So you'll be fighting for one candidate, and this candidate would be talking to several headhunters. Whoever gets her the sweetest deal, he gets that. So it's really very tough out there, especially for very niche tech roles.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the one right now that's really hot that you guys are just fighting over? Because this might help people who are listening go, okay, I'm going to kind of head towards that industry.
I think tech roles, something to do with AI or cloud. Yeah, something to do with that. It's the future. So for one, it's personal experience.
How much have you seen the salary jump in range and perks in range? Like as you get into this bidding war with a very kind of skilled niche tech candidate, you've seen him start his pricing at say 120, then all of a sudden he ends up at 350 because of the bidding, or maybe perks, cars, condo, whatever.
Not naman housing, but they can easily double or triple the salary. So that's one, especially if the companies don't mind, as long as they find the right talent, they're just willing to sweeten the deal, whatever it takes. And then that's a good thing for the headhunters, because they're going to make a lot of money out of that, because their commissions is computed based out of like a percentage of their annual rate.
Oh,
that's why you salary of the candidate.
Anybody sleeping with the candidates to get them to say yes to you?
That I don't know, but maybe.
How about probably is always the good thing. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you, love.
Thank you. Alex, what's going on with you? I was so distracted.
Narinig ko kasi niche. Ngayon ko lang pinakamaraming narinig yung niche. Yung N-I-C-H-E. Di ba? Hindi ko pa masyadong nagagamit yung niche.
Natatawa.
Kahit mga kanina, bidding. Nalalaki yung PPP. Medyo, parang.
Yeah, yung mga acronyms. Yeah. Gumawa ka ng EOB nga, sir. acronyms at people. Next call. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, is it?
Hey, JM here.
JM.
Hey, Jay.
It's a bit related to the previous call, pero ang point ko is, I think job applicants or fresh grads are the most competitive sa job market kasi number one, it's because of your school ranking. Each R does have a ranking of yung, for example, kung saan galing kang school. That's number one. Number two.
We're still there in 24? Like,
Yeah.
the big schools? Really? Gosh, I feel like that's like 1960s.
Like special course, like for example, if you're from a specific school, may specific courses silang hinahanap sa'yo, like engineering or economics, whatever, yada, ganyan. So, ang competition ngayon, ang labanan ngayon is ano yung extracurricular or other skills na alam mo na, marunong ako mag-code, marunong ako mag-spelunking or whatever. So,
Spelunking.
I kid. Well, more of like for example, I know different language. I can speak with the Japanese or the ganyan. So it's really competitive, especially and dami-dami ngayon job application. And coincidentally,
that's so wild.
Graduate.
So ako nag-hire ako ng palagi ng mga bagong empleyado and yung hinahanap ko talaga kung coops ka o hindi. Like really, I don't care kung anong eskwelahan, I don't care kung ano yung history mo, resume, experience, ilang taon ka dito sa industriya, any of that stuff. Ako, the one I'm looking for is kung coops ka o hindi. Like that's my number one. So it's funny.
Kudos to that kasi at least reading the room is going to be one thing. It's a special skill.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, JM.
Good call.
Sa mga beer house, competitive sila.
How, Alex?
Yung mag-table.
Your experience.
Girls,
Your experience, Alex. How?
Sa kwento lang naman. Mga macho dancer, mga ganon. Talagang pagalingan ng sayo yan kasi siyempre para ma-table. Yung mga girls, di ba?
Alam sa macho dancers at hindi sa mga chicks.
Hindi, doon muna tayo sa medyo niche. Medyo niche. Totoo yan, di ba? Nagkakanya-kanyang yung parang kanyang pakulo.
Because it's gonna come down to what, the tips or something?
Oh, it's always the tip.
Yeah? Okay.
It always is, Sam. Yes.
Besides, you gave
just the tips, Sam.
You gave that to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know. It's just a tip. Ay, ang mahalaga dyan pag nagsasayaw ka, uso ngayon is the dismount. That's the dismount. That's the Carlos Yulo dismount. Nung tumayo ko sa kama ngayon, pagtayo ko, na-inspire ako ni Carlos Yulo. Pagtayo ko sa kama, it's the dismount.
Can't stop. Taking another one or what? We have time?
Meron.
We have time for one more call? Hello?
No, we can't take a break, I think.
We have to take a break, right?
Yeah,
We're 6 minutes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're late. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show. We got about 20 minutes left of the program, so we'll see what we talk about when we come back from this break. Don't go away.
Magic 89.9's Good Times in the Morning.
Someone's asking if we can make merch with a purple and green heart. Black t-shirt with purple and green heart.
We must.
Jeff, we must, Jeff.
Yes.
We will do that. So the Dragon season finale here in about 20 minutes. Yeah,
Meron na rin.
about 20 minutes. Yeah, we got to do that, man. We'll make that available within the day.
Ilan ba dapat maganda? Dalawa lang o dapat tatlo? Ano bang magandang standard natin?
I think two. I think two is good.
One green, one violet, parang ganon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always. I think the order of our purple green hearts is purple first. It's purple green. Just if you really want to get to.
So dapat dapat purple green lang, dalawa lang tayo. Gusto ko malaman yung ayokong makasira.
Well, if one for each boob, Lex.
Okay, thank you. This is competition for merchandise.
No, I'm not gonna buy this. Don't make it like that.
One for each boob, one for each tit. House of the Dragon, the finale coming up here. It's the finale, right? I'm not mistaken. I think it's the finale coming up here in about 15 minutes. So things to look forward to. Maharaja, which Alex has been selling to us so hard over the past week. I have yet to watch it. I promised I would watch it at the end of the week. However, there are people who have given me their feedback, Lex, and I said, ano ba? Tama ba si Alex or medyo exag lang?
Oh.
And they said, nope, it is very good. It is a very good movie. So, Lex, this might be the start of you as a credible movie reviewer.
Yeah.
I will be the judge of that.
alam mo kung gaano kadumi yung politics natin and everything. Yung dumi ng politics na napakita doon sa Maharaja, yung police and everything. Parang ang dating na sa akin, parang Pilipinas lang. Alam mo yun, nakakayang sabihin para imbis na, wow, what's that? Hindi parang sa atin lang oh. Mga ganon, yung politics. Napaka rin ng politics and also corruption. Meron din sa ila. So,
what percentage do you think of the police, PNP, are actually good people? Kasi may nag-message sa akin kanina lang. Now, this doesn't make him a good person. He's like, police ako, but may dalawa kong babae and, wife and all of that stuff. So he wanted to get on the podcast. And he's a 38-year-old police officer and he has two chicks with his wife. One is like 19 years old and one is like 38 years old. And I'm like, man, this is such like the most police thing ever. And he'll be on the podcast this weekend with us, Lex. But my question is, what do you like percentage-wise? What do you think is good cop versus bad cop?
Pag sinama natin doon, lahat naman tayo dyan magi-guilty.
No. We're removing yung babaero effect.
Oh, remember, alam mo sa totoo lang, 70% maayos pang pulis. May ingay lang yung 30%. Kaya lang ganun yun kasi yung 30% yung medyo ganyan.
Okay, are you removing MMDA?
Wala. Diyan, pulis lang tayo. MMDA kasi ako naniniwala pa rin ako na kaya lang siya na-highlight kasi pero wala naman kasing sa atin kasi ginagawa nating yung mga magagandang asal hindi natin nilalagyan kasi hindi siya nag-hit
mas naka-highlight
yung mga highlight mo syempre yung kasamaan pero kung nag-start lang tayo mag-highlight din ng mga kabutihan ng mga I think marami yan.
Okay, so let's regroup. PNP, 70% of the PNP you think are okay. Good cops.
Ako 70 to 80.
Wow.
Even went higher.
I believe.
Fine. That's fine. MMDA, what's your number?
Sa MMDA 50-50.
So you're telling me, and I don't know how often you've gotten pulled over, but when you get pulled over sa street for vehicle infraction, all that stuff, half of the time people will ask you for lagay or more.
Una-una
you can really use this as a gauge.
Hindi ako masyado nagbabiolate na kasi nahiya ako dahil una-una kilala ako, so careful talaga ako dyan. Una-una bago pag hinuli ka, ibig sabihin masama ka rin. Masama, ibig sabihin pag sinayad ko example,
155 million TikTok.
Alam mo, sa 10 beses ako nag-violate, sa tingin ko dapat question ko muna yung sarili ko na ako yung masama, ba't ako nag-violate in the first place? Bago ko sabihin yung kabilang side. You know what I'm saying? Yung 10 di ba?
I get it. But separate that because the topic is how many times have you been asked for lagay? And you can use that as a survey for your answer. Because to me, when I've been pulled over, and like you, I don't get pulled over a lot, but for every time I've been, maybe 9 times out of 10, I've been asked for some kind of lagay. 8.
Ako naniniwala ako sa kwento ng politics na pag kumasok ka, minsan kahit ka gusto mong kumontra, mapapasubo ka because it's being done by yung sa culture na. Kaya ikaw ang lalabas na masama pag hindi mo pa rin, ikaw yung masama pag ikaw yung mabuti. So naniniwala ako na pumapasok silang may mabuting intensyon. Kaya lang yung sistema lang. But I believe na mabubuti.
I love your answer. Thanks. I love your answer. I mean, it's the more positive an answer, the better it is. But I just don't know if that's realistic. Messi says PNP. I've never encountered by anyone from the PNP where there was not an attempt to get a bribe. Meaning every single time there was a bribe. And we know this, I grew up in the province, so pag Christmas and all of that stuff, Pag Pasko, who's the longest line outside of the house trying to get freebies? PNP.
But to Alex's point, parang while he was talking, I actually understood what he was saying. Na parang in the scenario where you get pulled over by an MMDA officer, parang like the right thing to do is to, issue the ticket and get the license and whatever it is that you do. But then at this point, parang nahahassle pa tayo. So parang like, why wouldn't you just take the lagay? Just like, you know what I mean? Parang even if you try to do the right thing, hassle ka pa rin. Yung parang ganon?
Yeah, I get. Yeah. But my question though is more, even if you don't give them, even if you just took the ticket and tried to play it cool or tried to play it right and all of that, the fact that there was an offer means already that they're bad, right?
Well,
because there was a willingness.
I've seen situations where the offer just like comes before they even ask. Because that's
whether
just...
they ask or whether they take, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Gets?
Oh.
Right? It's like saying, it's like if you're in a relationship, does it matter if I asked you for your number or if you asked me? The fact that this interaction is happening is a bad thing?
No, I think what I was saying is I get the whole, parang the system is in place and we all just kind of play along with it instead of, pausing to think like, okay, is this the right thing to do?
Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying. But okay, let me just ask you for percentage's sake though, Sam. What do you think is the good cop, bad cop percentage for the PNP?
The cops, and I think
this is a confidence level question, right?
And I think Alex is right in that I think many people enter with good intentions, but how it's run is maybe it's not run, very well.
Like a disclaimer.
But it's hard to say like, how parang ganito. Like recently, diba, there was that whole, there was the rains and people were rallying to donate and whatnot. And then I asked somebody like, what is the best way to course, a donation? And he was saying like, you can donate through the army or like the Marines, pero wag yung cops, wag yung police. Pero yung ganon. So parang, I feel like as an organization, bad rep, but do you think that's a reflection on like a majority of the people who are part of it? I don't know.
Is there a thing, how like with politics, and we've been talking about politics a lot, obviously because Bam is here, but there's an appeal if you're a bad person to go for it because this is where you shine. You know what I mean? That the police business is a dirty business by default, so it attracts dirty people. And there's always that saying that the police and the criminal, they're the same person, just they've chosen a side. So I'm going to say it can't be as high as 70 or 80, but though I want it to be, Lex, I think it's probably more 50-50.
I think 80 is high.
Maybe even less. Maybe like 40 good, 60 bad.
Ooh. Maybe I'll flip it. Like 60 good, 40 bad.
Yeah. But we all want to be where Alex is. Like, we all want to be it.
Bibigyan tayo example. It's hard to gauge para sa mga traffic aid. No? Kasi minsan, pag bilang kilala ka, nakaka-experience ka ng ganun eh. Hindi mo alam kung minsan kasi may na-encounter ako. Meron pong bawal po dyan naman at tumawid parang ganun. Tapos nakikita ko naman, ina-apply naman niya sa lahat. So nakita ko kasi nasa mga unahan eh. Parang nagsasabi-sabi lang siya. Eh minsan kasi akala mo pagka pinakawalan may naglagay eh. So hindi ko alam kung by reputation pero may nakikita ko improvement. Sa totoo lang may nakikita talaga improvement.
I love it.
Kasi lately nakikita ko yung mga pulis natin na nag-i-improve. Maybe by reputation pero sa police and traffic, ang traffic aid kasi mas marami silang sitwasyon where sila natutokso sila to pera and both ways halimbawa nag-offer na kagad o kaya may mga siraulo talaga pero nakakita ko na improvement lately in terms of yung incident sa social media nababawasan na. Diba? Hindi naman sa algorithm ko yun kundi dati talamak yan eh. Ngayon, ang madalas sa social media is mga siraulong mga driver na magbabarilan, magsusuntukan, pero nalilimit na yung lagay-lagay kasi alam nila yung CCTV. Kahit basta mag-iingat ka na rin because of the phone, because of the, alam mo yun, may mga factor na ngayon na kahit na hindi mo gusto magbago ka because of the technology. Hindi mo alam kung sineset up ka by phone or sineset up ka by CCTV. Kaya naniniwala ako na medyo may pagbabago because of the technology. Then ako nag-agree kayo mo sa AI.
Okay, so maybe a couple more departments. You tell me what the good, bad. Okay, and I know this is, somebody said it's maybe not about good. There's a gray area. Yeah, I believe that there's a gray area. But let's, just for conversation's sake. Customs.
Kala nyo siguro napaka-jaded ko, no?
Oh, customs. That's a tough one. Isn't it?
Ang laki ng overall na gagawin nila dyan dahil ang dami kong kakilala na yumaman.
Okay, so give me some numbers here. Customs. When we say good or bad, we're talking about corruption. Okay, we're talking about lagay. We're talking about that stuff. We're not like inherently a killer. You know, no, I'm just like, you know what I mean.
80 bad.
80? That low, huh?
Low.
Dude,
Really?
80 is low for customs.
I would like to believe. Yeah, I'd like to believe 80
dirty,
bad.
dirty. Okay. I'm going to say more like 95.
95, you think? Really?
You don't get, again, you don't get into customs.
Ako naniniwala pa rin ako na may konting pagbabago nangyari sa customs, kaya 90.
Okay. Next, BIR.
BIR.
Ito ang logic ko dyan. Maganda ang collection ng BIR. Kung sinasabi mong yung BIR yung may problema, hindi. Maganda yung collection nila. Yung paggamit sa tax natin ang problema.
So is that BIR's fault?
Ang galing ng BIR mangolekta and ang galing nila mangolekta ng BIR.
Isn't that their job? That's their job.
Oo nga, ang galing nga nila mangolekta so hindi sila maano na sila yung masama.
Oo.
Kasi hindi naman sila gumagamit ng pera natin
Exactly. So they're an effective
sila yung parang
agency.
bangko lang eh. Yung kumukuha doon sa pera ang masama. Kaya wag tayo magaya sa BIR. They're just doing their job. It's being mandated by law. It's being agreed by everyone. Pero yung naiipon nilang pera, yun ang problema kung saan napupunta.
Okay.
So yung BIR is just the
messenger.
The collector.
Small time.
Pero collector sila pero wala pang BIR na
but Lex, in customs, the small time are making millions. Like what's great about customs, and if you ever want to get into customs, I mean, like if you're that type of person, you know, that scheming kind of con artist, that's the jackpot. Like that's the dream to go to customs.
Ang problema kasi ako, I say go mo.
No. Well, I mean, I believe customs is no matter how low entry level you are, from that all the way to the top, everyone's earning. The BIR, parang the way you explained it, it's not as much.
Ako kasi ito, papaliwanag sa mga kahit sa playback sa listener hindi ka pwede mandaya na malaki sa BIR kasi yung collector gobyerno. Ang nagmo-monitor gobyerno kasi pagka nadaya mo sila, lumiliit yung pondo ng bansa natin at may pit dyan ng gobyerno sa pondo.
So
Kaya
you're just
pagka
saying
medyo
otherwise, though.
Hindi. Kasi pagka, alimbawa, ilang collection natin? Mr. Ito po ang collection natin. Sira ulo kayo, hindi na-expected namin nag-ano kayo dyan. Diba? Hindi sila makakalaki ng dyan, makakalaki ng patong dyan. Madadali sila ng mga collector.
I don't know about that one.
How about a call? Or
okay,
two?
yeah, we have a bunch of calls coming in here. Good morning.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Max.
Hi, Max.
Contrast sa sinasabi ni Alex.
I'm sorry?
About the BIR.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Pare, they actually, wheel and deal and scheme, In order for you to lower your tax payment, they will make a deal on the side.
Oh.
Pero delikado ka nga. Hindi lang sa taong bayan nakakilala mo, kundi sa actual gobyerno. Yun ang danger ng BIR. Kasi kailangan mo ng kasabwat. Hindi direct sa business. Kasi mag-limit collection.
They do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so give me some numbers. Give me some numbers, man, because that's really kind of what we're playing around here with. Bad versus good. What do you think the percentage is over there? The burr.
Minimum na yung 10% dyan. Like, let's say, Diba? If you owe...
10 good, 90 bad?
Sorry, good, bad. I'll probably say 60 bad, 40 good.
60 for
Oh,
cool. All right, thanks. No,
thank you.
fine. It would be more like it's more. We're going with good first, right? So it would be 40-60 is what he's saying. Next call here. Good morning.
Hello.
I'm still 95 customs. Okay, that's my number. 95. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I think for the BIR, it's 40-60.
40 good?
Okay naman.
40 bad, 60.
Oh.
I don't think I agree with Alex. It's not their fault totally because it's really the government that mandates the percentage of taxes, but it's ridiculous. The tax rate, for a certain threshold, I have to cough up 30% of my gross pay, which is too much actually. But then when I think about it, there was a month that I wasn't covered by HMO and had to go to the hospital, a public hospital, and it wasn't really bad. I mean, props to the local governments for being able to give good services. But I think it's really too much. It's prohibitive almost. And when you think about going back to the topic, I mean, prices of commodities are ridiculous. I mean, you can't afford anything anymore. And they shave off 30% from your gross pay. That's just too much. So
that's the evil part.
Yeah. With regard to the police and everything, I think there's an opportunity to be 60-40, perhaps 60 good. I think if the media portrayed them in a better light, I don't know, the Carlo Dalisay, I think there's some good in our cops because, you got to pay for criminology classes, right? So I think it's teaching them the values from the get-go when they receive their education. So I think it's something that can be taught to them while they're young, getting into the force.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, I love this call. What's your IG?
Sorry, I can message it to you. I'm on my way to work. Sorry. Yeah.
Go. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
I know.
I agree with her. Parang if we keep highlighting the good that they do, parang hindi ba sila mas may inspire to be better policemen?
I think it goes back to even when we just first started their show. When you have your Yulos, you have your Kaloys that shine in maybe a sport that doesn't get that much funding, and in moments like this, if you make it look good, you're gonna get a better return. It's a image thing, and maybe that's what she's saying, right? The more positive image police officers out there, the more then it can be infectious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. All right. We have a lot of calls. Our lines are full, but we are out of time. And
sayang 9 o'clock na.
Yep.
May tatawag sana mga magtatanggol sa... Sana may mga ganun sa sa mga departamento ng BIR. Tinitira tayo doon. Tawagan nyo nga para mapagtanggol tayo. Hindi sila umabot kasi pasok nila alas 9 eh.
Okay, Lex. Okay, lastly, without any calls, because we've been thrashing customs, and maybe they need their PR people to call us. But is customs the worst of them all?
Dami dami competition.
LTO.
Parang marami yan mga madalas sa balita, DPWH,
strong,
DNR, environment, di ba? Yung mga lagay ng mga mining, mga ganun. Marami yan eh.
Give me the worst. Give me your number one.
Science of custom so far, based on experience at kakilala ko.
And just money, the sheer volume of money.
At reputation.
Sam, sorry, you were saying?
No, according to the playback, parang it's a toss-up between BIR and customs.
I'm seeing a lot of DPWH though.
Ay, matindi rin yan. Kasi daan yan mga infrastructure yan eh. Na kahit hindi sila ayusin.
Just all the permits. All the money.
Oh my gosh,
permit forever. Right. But still, man, the mighty customs. I mean, the mighty. That's team. That's the dream team. That's USA team basketball. Like of all of these departments, it's the best of the best collection of them together. I think is where that's at. So anyway.
Diba sabi mo kay Bam, natatakot ka sa sa security niya. Etong sinabi natin ngayon, medyo sabi nga ni Bam, wag matakot! Bam, sama mo ako!
Basta may cute ka. May cute ka kasama. Did you guys feel the same way though as I felt?
That you were starting to get concerned for his safety?
Yeah.
I assume.
I know, but I mean, are we now more? You throw in your pogo, you throw in your cartel, you throw in your this. I mean, are we at a spot in our history where so much of the money is filtered through syndicates and mafias and interest groups and stuff like that than ever before?
Nakakatakot yung politika talaga. So, yun, pinasok ni Bam yun eh.
Yeah, and I thought he had he had some security, and it seemed like he really didn't have any.
Smile lang.
Mas protected pa nga ata yung laptop niya kasi may antivirus.
May password.
Pinapaliwanag siguro ng mga gustong, Bam, pwede bang mag-security tayo? Hindi mahalaga yan. Okay ako dyan. Wala tayong kinakatakutan. Sige, ba't lalagay mo ng antivirus yung laptop mo? Cancel ka pa sa laptop mo.
Ay,
let's just pray na kung let's just na maging senator talaga to si Bam.
Yeah, that's gonna help. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Kay will be here tomorrow. Is she coming in studio? I believe she's coming in studio.
Right? My gosh, yeah, because there's going to be a shoot and everything.
Yeah, so tomorrow the four of us will be complete, but Kay will be in studio with a television crew, I believe, shooting.
Talaga ba?
A reality show.
Walang edits.
Papasok na yan.
Walang edits.
Magsustudio na yan, si Alex.
Bayad. Walang balls na tumatama sa pole, legs, no macho dancing, no chet on air.
Walang ganon?
Stuff.
So, gagawin ko na lang, papagawa ko ng costume ngayon yung edits din. Wala akong sinasabi pero ganon din sa...
Ano yung song natin ulit for the... What was that? What were we playing? Sam, what were we playing last time when we were the Airy Dicks?
Even if I remembered the song, I'm not going to tell you.
I know.
May magsasabi na sa playback. Naniniwala ako sa power ng playback.
What was it? It wasn't the Coldplay song. No, because that's our heart song. What was it?
Guys, you have to behave tomorrow, huh? Si Kay is...
Alam mo, pag sinasabi niya yung behave niya,
I know. It's like that. It has the opposite effect.
Yung EQ namin. It's like, you can't tell us to be. Eh?
I mean, if you think boys at any point mature, no. I mean, this is it. I mean, come on. We're the oldest part of this group. Alex and I are the oldest statesmen in this group. And you say, guys, can you behave?
I just have to put it on record that I did say it. My friend PJ's tuned in. Hi, PJ.
I'm going to play this. I'm going to put it there.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I randomly did that. I didn't know it was gonna go there.
No.
I just hit some. Honestly, I did. That was completely
believable.
Ako pinagsasabihan mo, kaya may control ng tugtog yan si
That was completely accidental. I mean, not accidental. I played the song. Like, I just hit the middle. Gosh. I hit the middle, and it was the word. Like, that was brilliant. Honestly, Sam, you have to believe me. That was amazing. That was amazing. I just hit it like blindly. That's Carlos Yulo level talent. I mean, it landed right on the F.
I don't.
Sabi mo, Alex, tomorrow. No, nag-click ng song.
That's amazing. I just literally just hit 120. Like, that was the number I was in my head, and it was bam, F word. Whoa.
Are you amused? Are you guys amused?
I'm not amused.
Bakit ako? Ba't yung galit mo? Ba't yung galit mo? Ano pa rin?
Alex, are
collective
you 5 years old?
It was the level of coincidence.
Bakit ka magagalit? Hindi naman ako si Bo yan. Dapat kung sino may kasalanan. Hindi yung... Kasalanan niya, tapos damay mo ako. Ang bait-bait ko ngayon. Address natin yung wag ganyan. Corruption yan.
5 years old.
Hindi pwede kasalanan niya. You guys,
This is...
pinagalitan mo ako, may advance paghahat ka sa akin, gaganti ako bukas. That's my EQ. I will be hurt and I will do something much more than timing.
Oh my gosh.
We never grow old. I think this show's gonna last a long time because we've never grown up.
I don't know how I feel about that statement. About the show lasting a long time. Nang ganito?
Maglalas to.
Embarrass me.
Oh my gosh.
Ako yun ha, hindi ako yun.
I had to
Nakikinig
scream
ako ng payo
over
mo
it.
Nakikinig nga ako ng payo mo, tapos mo gaganti. Sabi mo, you guys, that's so offending.
Offending.
To change.
Offending. How do you do that? That's like present, like in how? That was a very interesting use.
Continuous yung offend niya eh. Si offending.
So offending.
Ongoing siya. Ongoing. Oo.
So tumitigil eh. You're so offending. May nagbubura ngayon ng teacher na English na these are all wrong example.
By the way, if you want to continue the laughter, Sam, myself, and Alex, the second episode of the podcast that we scheduled, that we recorded this week, is out right now. So it should be been out maybe for 10 minutes here. It's a funny episode, so please. And Alex is just amazing in it. So Sam's great too. She looks amazing in it, but Alex.
Ay, ang ganda ni Sam, don't promise.
Ang exage nyo.
Yung isang picture pa rin dun sa, alam mo, Sam, napaka-naughty ng itsura mo dun sa picture na pinadala ko, promise. Nawala. Napaka-naughty mo dun.
On the podcast is worse. The podcast had like, there was like a
polo, black, parang
sexy factor to it.
Registrar, parang registrar na school ka dun. Pero magandang registrar na school.
I feel like you guys are setting up everyone for disappointment because you guys are
No.
way
No.
too much.
This
Di ba pinatanggal?
This one right here, we could not stop. We could not stop complimenting you.
Oh, sobra. Abang talagang keep it up Sam.
Guys, it's 9:10. Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's get out of here.
You don't know the reference, Sam, because you were on your flight when we did the heaven stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, man, the heaven thing was big. What was our best heaven song? Carmi remembers flight.
Yung Belinda Carlisle.
1811.
Heaven. Ano yung isa yung heaven?
Which one?
Heaven. Hindi, meron kang...
Hold on. Cheek to cheek.
Ah.
Right? That was the first one I think that was the first one we did.
Ay, matindi yung Rick Price.
Oh, it was the Rick Price one.
Wow, that sounds so old.
Heaven.
Oh.
I'm in heaven.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. Together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven. I'm in heaven.
All right, let's get out of here. See you guys tomorrow with the whole group on television tomorrow. So look your best. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good times.